Alright, welcome everyone. Today, I'm going to try and redeem myself for my former play with Hariyama, which was not very good. So, let's get into this playthrough. A lot has changed since my last run. I'm going to talk about it while I play, so let's do this. First of all, let's go through its base stats. It has 144 HP, 120 attack, 60 defense, 40 special attack, 60 special defense, and 50 speed. I'm going to be going with a jolly nature today to boost its speed and lower its special attack. Obviously, Hariyama does not need special attack for basically anything, unless you're using surf, but why would you be using surf? So yeah, no special attack. So I want to raise my speed because last time I specifically had a lot of problems due to speed, like Steven's Metagross, so I'm hoping that somehow I'm going to be able to survive it. Also, it doesn't matter what starter, this thing is going to crush anything. Arm Thrust to start alongside Tackle, Focus Energy, and Sand Attack. Unlike Generation 1, Focus Energy does work correctly in this game, so I can boost my critical hit ratio if I want to. Or critical hit rate, I should say. Also, you'll notice here in the early routes, there will be no encounters. There are no encounters to make comparisons easier between all of the different runs I do on my channel. This is for science. If you want to go see a run where I do have encounters in these places, go and check out my Hariyama video, which I released, I think, back in September. It was just before I got married. I did Hariyama and then Gardevoir. Gardevoir on my wedding day. I'm going to try and watch chat as much as is possible during this run, but also want to play well. And there's going to be at least one person that'll ask, wait, are you just streaming now? Are you ever going to make another produced video? The answer is yes, of course. We are working on the produced videos right, basically, as I speak. I tried really hard to have one finished by today, but I'm feeling sort of burnt out from the process of trying to get it finished. So because of that, I just wanted to blow off some steam and do a stream, so that's why I'm here. Honestly, how am I? I'm really stressed because we're not able to release. I wish we could be releasing. It's very stressful when factors outside of your control basically tell you you can't do your job. I'm sure a lot of other people can relate with this, so I want to get back to releasing produced content as soon as possible, so that I can actually do my job. Luckily, no shiny rolls today. For a while with my overlay, I just edited this section out in videos, because the whole overlay would switch to Zigzagoon at this moment, and like the move pool would disappear because I didn't have a Zigzagoon graphic for it, that sort of thing. That doesn't happen anymore. We'll get the heart skill that's here, and the potion that's here. Also should have bought repels. I think I'm going to go back for the repels. I'll lose a lot of time in the forest if I don't have them. And their encounters are turned off on this route, but it feels unfair for me to plan my overworld motion based on where I know the encounters are going to show up. So I'm always going to go through the beach in that location. Ha! Dark Magician Girl. Yeah. A lot of, like, I've been experiencing something that I've never experienced before in my life, which is a lot of people mean well, but the way that they're communicating to me right now increases my anxiety. So people are like, don't worry, just take your time. I'm like, that's the whole thing that is causing the anxiety. I don't want to take any more time. I want to release. I'm really excited about the videos, and this is my job. And then the other one is that there's a whole bunch of people that are like, hey, we really want these things from you. Why aren't you doing them? Like, I'm trying. Dropbox just decides to delete all my files. And then I have to deal with that. We should be fine with Roxanne with an Oranberry, I think. Maybe this is optimistic, but Hariyama's real good. I think I'll probably focus energy first turn and then arm thrust because it's a multi-hit move, and every time it has a chance of triggering the crit. So like there. Aw, barely didn't knock it out. Yeah, 2 crits already. Sweet. This is feeling a little bit low. Like I'm taking. I guess the rock moves aren't doing that much damage. I should be fine. I still have green health left over for the nose pass. I am slower than it, so it's not going to use its rock moves anymore. It's just going to go for like tackle and stuff, so it's pretty bad. Yeah, okay. Simple. Vital throw. No, definitely going to learn vital throw. In the place of sand attack. Sand attack is generally not that good. In Generation 1, it can be useful because when you lower accuracy, it goes down to 66% from 100% rather than to 75%, which is what happens in later games. So sand attack sometimes useful to keep in a pinch in Generation 1, but not useful outside of that context, in my opinion. Don't worry, there'll be more of every type of content as well. I'm going to be playing all 5 games, and the 6th game is Pokemon Yellow, and I will play it, Pokemon Red. I'm gonna play it on the channel this year, but not like a significant amount. Soul gives no warning. This stream just like happened, so there was no chance for warning, unfortunately. I'm also trying to start the streams as soon as possible instead of rambling for like 8 minutes at the beginning every single time. I'm trying to become a better, more concise streamer, so that the content here is always of decently high quality. But I'm lagging like 2 years of experience with streaming when compared with my content production. So just think back to like 2 years ago with my content. That's about where I'm at. That's equivalent to where I am right now with streaming. So it'll take me some time to develop the skill. Ah, gosh. It's good to buy stuff here, like Paralyze Heals. Also, my ability is Guts. I'm gonna fight Brendan for a little bit of experience. What if we like the rambling bit? Oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. Well, hopefully what it's gonna be is that there's gonna be more rambling, but the rambling will just be while I'm playing the game. And I think that that's more enjoyable overall for everyone. I get to play, you still get to hear me ramble. This is actually kind of bad, but turns out it's okay. So I'm hoping that that's the case. Oh. Gosh. So Vital Throw is low priority. I think I might fight this guy with a Zigzagoon now. Like, why not? He's just going to be like a one-hit. It's decent experience. I don't want to show up at Watson or someone who's tricky with like really low, being a really low level. Also, I should mention, I'm a fluctuating growth rate. She has social anxiety. We give all the trainers social anxiety, so they always look away when I get close to them. And in this case, the game will force the encounters that I need for my HM users, so that there's no variance between playthroughs, making, again, comparisons more fair. But I will require myself to catch them, because some Pokemon have moves like Spore, which help them out in their effort to catch HM users. So that's why I won't be manipulating my Pokeballs to make them like Master Balls, something like that. If it's in-battle RNG and I can control for it, I will. Sorry, I won't, because it's in battle, but if it's overworld RNG, I'm going to control for it so that we can have good comparisons. So again, there's a Zigzagoon. It's a flag in my ROM. So basically, once Zigzagoon is registered in my Pokedex, then that route will go back to regular encounters, and I would have to use a repel to block them. Oh, I didn't actually want to use that repel. We're going to wait till it runs out. A single repel is very fast in Gen 1. It's because I want to get the Marill. This thing has a lower catch rate than the other two, so it's a little bit harder to catch. That's one reason I like to come back here and catch it after Rustboro City, just because I want the Great Balls, but they didn't work this time. Come on. Come on! Don't make me buy more Pokeballs. I'll sell Rock Tomb if I have to. That move is trash. Come on. Ridiculous. If this was Gen 1, I would use one hit from Arm Throw and then throw a Pokeball. Or Arm Thrust. Okay, we got it. It just took a while. Sweet. I gotta get better at that. I want to be able to catch him right after getting into the room. Fighting moves should have either really bad base power or really bad accuracy. I know, right? Like, that is the trend that Generation 1 set up. It's like all the fighting moves are just going to be bad on some level. Also, every fighting move, this is something that feels like true about fighting moves. Every fighting move has some interesting interaction in battle. It doesn't really, there isn't really a fighting move that's just like, oh, it does damage. Like, or there's very few. Like, they either have like priority or they have like a reversal. It's like an effect. Low kick based on weight, at least in this game. It's base power and flinch chance in Generation 1 and 2. Silver Charts, thanks for leaving the stream a like. I appreciate everyone who leaves a like. It does help me here on YouTube because engagement, the algorithm loves that kind of stuff. So if you want to support me, you don't want to do it directly with money, which I also appreciate. Consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. I'm getting decently close to 69,000 subscribers. When we get there, I'm going to have to make a special video. Okay. We really got to beat Brawly. Brawly is like probably the most important trainer to beat in this entire run. Not great. I think I arm thrust this thing for accuracy so that it doesn't get a focus punch in. Huh, so many crits because of the focus energy. Also, if I can use up his super potions here, that will be good, because then he won't use them on the Makuhita. Alright. Let's Vital Throw. One hit with a crit. Alright. Yeah, I think it will be a nice video. Gardevoir rerun. Okay, so we want it to be Brawly as fast as possible so that I can learn Bulk Up, and it's obviously a better setup move than Focus Energy, so we'll just teach it in its place. Now, Bulk Up is like, essentially it's like Return in Generation 2, but not as many Pokemon get access to it, and there's no debuff on my speed stat, which makes it much better than Curse. By the way. Hidden items there, Ether and Heart Scale. I'm gonna skip all the training on the beach, and I'll skip the Sody Pops. Shout out to Gym Leader Matt. Sora Donald, thanks for the $2. I think I want to teach Rock Tomb in the place of Tackle? Tackle. I want something for flying types. How's my health? Bad. I don't have many healing items. I'll have to do that. Can I do a Bellsprout run for 69k? Yeah, I probably should actually. Bellsprout needs to have a re-rank on my channel. So I figured I'd keep Arm Thrust for now just because then I can use my speed to outspeed enemies. Whereas Vital Throw is lower priority, I believe. It's lower priority, but like, but perfect accuracy. Bypasses accuracy. You had a potion, I think? Maybe, yeah. Are you gonna snag Thief? No, I think it just wastes time. Unless you need it for, like, to grab an item or something, but I don't foresee myself ever needing to do that. I'll heal her. Like, money is not that important unless you want Game Corner TMs. But Game Corner TMs, like, Hariyama doesn't want any of them. Okay, we're gonna just go... Oh. Well, we got Guts now. Yeah! Check this out! Guts is pretty good. Also, 5 hits are pretty good. Fake Out. No, we don't want Fake Out. See my attack stat now? Check that out. It's really good. I don't actually want to be paralyzed, though. And yes, the overlay is, in fact, calculating in the Guts boost when I have a status condition, so there you can see that my attack stat went up by 50%. So it basically goes back to normal after I get hit by Thunder Wave and then a what's it called? Growl. Oh, no, we'll skip this. We're gonna skip that rock candy too. Guts, so there are two abilities that Hariyama has. You can either have Thick Fat or Guts. I went for Guts because it's better as like a fallback. Like, Thick Fat is great for fire and ice types, but really there aren't a lot of fire and ice types, and I would rather have something that can be conditionally useful in a battle, like, oh, they accidentally paralyzed me, which is generally a bad thing, but then it also improves me a little bit. It just is going to make Hariyama have less resets occasionally when things are going wrong. Guts Facade, yeah. Guts Facade, that's quite the combo. I don't know, does it work as a combo? Like... Alright. Normally I bemoan the fact that I might have to teach Rock Smash to get by Watson, but that's not the case with Hariyama. It's gonna have no problems against Watson. Okay. By the way, I always go over here and fight these trainers. You might have noticed that in the past. The reason is, I would rather fight the mandatory trainers now so that I gain experience, or trainers that I think I'm going to eventually fight. Why does it learn Whirlwind? That's weird. Anyways, paralysis. By the way, that's why I buy 3 or 4 paralyze heals on earlier routes, is just because I know that this area is filled with stuff that can paralyze you. Like this, see? So everything wants to paralyze you. Pre-poison has not worked out well for me in solo challenges. I've tried it, and every time I do it, it just feels like really silly. Because you have to make it through the whole fight with just one Pokemon, the poison damage actually stacks up a lot and ends up generally, at least in my experience, not being worth it. I can see it being really helpful in a Nuzlocke where one Pokemon's going to go in to face a specific enemy, that kind of thing, but in this case, I would rather just not have a status condition and then be able to move every turn, that sort of thing, and not lose health. Austin, ooh, a fighting type in Emerald. I know, right? You really got me thinking about these, because you played a lot of them and told me they were good. Plus, I want to come back and do this one because I played so terribly with it the first time. When you're doing the first run of a solo challenge, sometimes you get seduced into moves that you feel like you should keep on your set. So for me, it was Belly Drum. I'm like, I'm going to keep that no matter what. Seems like a great move. I don't have a Cherry Berry. Well, I have Guts. Let's go. We'll knock this out right away so that I can't get paralyzed by Spark, which has 30% chance. I was informed of this on a previous stream. Also, I've been told in Emerald that if you set up, the opponent will try to match your setup in some instances. So in this case, I think the Electric is more likely to use Howl if I'm setting up, so... Static got me. Well, I'm moving slowly anyways, and I should just one-hit everything unless I take a crit from the Manectric or something. No, we're good. Watson is defeated, level 25, 18 minutes. It's like really good time. Hariyama is busted. Yeah, poison also hurts you outside of battle. And yeah, for everyone who's going to say that if you burn yourself, then it'll actually lower your attack at the same time, no, it doesn't. Guts prevents the burn from modifying your attack. Zigzagoon should always learn Rock Smash, by the way. Cut and Rock Smash on the Zigzagoon. And I have a fallback here, so if I didn't catch the Marill on the first route because I ran out of Pokeballs, it will force Marill encounters on this route if the flag is off. But right now the flag will be... if the flag is on, I mean. Right now the flag will be off, so it's just back to regular encounters there. Get by these people. And we're going to get a good normal move here, Secret Power. Which is... I think I'm going to replace Rock Tomb with Secret Power, because Rock Tomb is sort of trash. I bought like the perfect number of repels in this case. Because I'm going to buy my super repels right over here. Oop. Happy I caught this stream. It's good to have you here. Thanks everyone for checking out my channel and my stuff. I'm genuinely every day, I'm just so happy that I'm able to do this. And that's largely because all of you are here and you want to see people play these Pokemon games. And I want to play these Pokemon games. Granted, if the world was like, you can't do this anymore, goodbye Rock Tomb. If the world was like, you can't do this anymore, we're not going to give you the support. I would just do this in my off time anyways, because it's so much fun. I banned Pickup. But Pickup is banned conditionally. If you read the rules, Pickup is banned unless it's my solo Pokemon. If it's my solo Pokemon, I can use Pickup. But I can't, like, fill my party with HM users, like Pickup users, and then, just get a bunch of rare candies through them. Because then, like, it's not guaranteed which item you get, and because of that, it would make runs so hard to compare, like, oh, this run I got 3 rare candies, but this run I got no rare candies, and this run I got 12. Like, now how do I compare all the Pokemon's performances? It's really messy. So, banning Pickup on HM users is the only way to prevent that. Because it's random stuff. I'm also banning the random berry that you get in the berry house at the beginning of the game, because you can get a person berry there quite early. Speaking of person berries, I should really be picking them up now, so it's a good thing I didn't forget. I always forget these ones. For the longest time, I didn't think you could get them. And people were like, actually, you can just walk behind the house. Ah, I felt like such an idiot. Fallen Hero, thank you so much for the $5. I appreciate it. You're always so generous. This guy's got a Skarmory. We don't want to fight it. I always forget to repel here. I have to fix that in my play. Small amount of bleed every time I do that. Oof. That one was a mistake, but I got by her. These people have social anxiety. Alright, will we see a trainer on this? No, no gondola trainer. You can't get rare candies in Emerald like you can in Ruby and Sapphire. Oh, that's cool. Alright. I think last time I had some problems at Maxie. I believe I was trying to set up on the... What's it called? On the Mightyena. But I don't think I should... I think I should probably not set up on the Mightyena. Confusion's kind of annoying. Plus it has a wing attack. Well, we're okay. It should be fine. One problem... Okay, so Hariyama has a fluctuating growth rate, which I think is going to be one of the better growth rates in the game as long as the Pokemon doesn't struggle in the early game. Because they level up very quickly early on. I don't think he can lower... I don't think... Maybe the Zubat can probably confuse me. Okay, Maxie, here we go. The Mightyena will set me up. I don't think this one has Swagger. Does it have Swagger? No, it doesn't have Swagger. It just lowers you. Ha, yeah, crit. Alright. I should have gone for Vital Throw. That's fine. Supersonic, yeah. See? See, I had the item for a reason. Focus Energy, Vital Throw. Okay, we'll be fine. I can teach Dig in the place of Arm Thrust. I think that's probably the best move starting now. Yeah, this is the only fight where his Mightyena doesn't have Swagger. The next two against the leaders, their Mightyenas have Swagger. It does seem like they always have Swagger, though. I have like one more step. I think I wasted more time using the repel, but if I got an encounter, I would have been pissed. Is loaded dice arm thrust a thing? I don't know what that is, so... I have no idea. Sorry. Yeah, we'll get dig. Dig doesn't have very much PP. Small PP move. I think secret power. Oh, I thought I was gonna knock that Slugma out. When you don't knock a Slugma out, it feels bad. Alright, we'll just dig. It does have magnitude, but I would have been fine. Those are the only two trainers you need to fight in this gym. Okay, here we go. Flannery. This one's going to be incredibly easy. So we're going to set up with bulk up, then we're going to sweep our team. All of our Pokemon are really slow. They basically can't do anything outside of setting up Sunny Day and then hitting for a lot of damage with Overheat, but that is not going to matter once I set up. I think +4 is enough. I think anything more than this is going to be absolute overkill. The only Pokemon I'm going to dig against is the Torkoal because it has really good defense. Ooh, yeah, it survived. She's probably going to heal, so let's go underground again. We'll hit it. Yeah, better roll. Okay. Ta-da! There's a nugget here. No! Ah! That's okay. By this time, this trainer is not really a problem, but I just don't want to waste time. Yeah, let's not learn knockoff. Dark moves are special in this generation. So we really don't want to learn them with a Jolly Hariyama. Also, I feel like Jolly is the perfect nature for this thing. Does anyone else agree? Like, Hariyama looks like he would be a really jolly guy. Or a jolly girl. In this case, I have a female Hariyama. So that Attract cannot get annoying during the Flannery fight. No! Ah! Am I only doing one playthrough? I don't know. My wife is currently getting a tattoo. And I'm not sure if, I'm not sure when I'm gonna need to pick her up, so we'll see. It's basically like, am I a bad husband or not? If I do a second playthrough and she's done her tattoo. So I'm gonna be a good husband and go and pick her up when the tattoo is finished. So I might have time for one, I might have time for two. No. Are sumo wrestlers jolly? I don't know, Hariyama just looks like it would be jolly. He looks like a big guy that would just be real jolly and having a great time all the time. Yeah. We want to avoid the double battle, so I'll deposit my HM users. And then here we can get the white herb. That'll be useful eventually to counter out a Intimidate drop. Perhaps against Sydney, but probably more useful against Drake to counter out the speed drop from Rock Tomb on the Shelgon that leads in the beginning of the fight. Because then you lose your speed for the rest of the Pokemon, and you really want to be moving first, if you can. Which is a reason that I have the Jolly nature. Are we literally here? That's a flying type. I made that mistake before. We're not going to do that again. I'm going to fight this person so that she doesn't have a Swallow. Yeah, Delcatty is much better when compared to a Swallow. How big is the tattoo? It's pretty big. This one's a pretty big one. She was there like 9-10 hours yesterday. And so she's back again today for more tattoo. Random question. Would you ever like to have Bruno's team as a challenge in different generations? I don't know. Bruno's team's real bad. Yeah, the Swallow is very scary. Breloom, especially. I think that one's like... Well... I should be fine. I should get a Person Berry, but I should be fine. By the way, the reason I pick all the Person Berries, I think Person Berry is the best item in all of Emerald. Like, generally, I think it has the most utilization out of every item that I use during these solo playthroughs. I'm just gonna keep going for it. Oh, that crit is... That's very bad. I'm gonna lose now. I can't heal. I am not faster. Okay, first reset. Let's just go heal. Also, the crit on the side beam is a bit annoying, but maybe I shouldn't bulk up. I should probably knock out the Spinda. Although that does feel a little weird. Which way did I go? Way. Yeah, I'm gonna knock the Spinda out and then set up right after it. Because I don't want to get hit by Psybeam constantly. Come on, can you go for Teeter Dance turn 1? I was hoping for the Teeter Dance. Fine. Bulk up. I'm gonna bulk up twice, then I'm gonna attack. Ooh. Well, the paralysis give me the outspeed there. God. This is not great. This whole scenario is not great. Okay. Dig the slacking so that it can never counter, and then I'm always attacking when it's, no! Ah! That's annoying. Okay, well, yeah, you can... Okay. Ow. Well, we're fine. Silly win, but... Dig is really good against Norman. The key there is just don't set up against the Spinda. I might want to just Vital Throw immediately on the... and just move on to the slacking as soon as possible. That might be the eventual play. There's a hidden rare candy right there. You want to go through the center of the map. The other way is slower. Like surfing around the bottom. Don't do that. We could get the amulet coin, but I don't need to buy anything, so we'll skip it. Yep. And now we could get 2 rare candies right here, but that was like very perfect. It was beautiful how it ran out right before I got to the grass. Very satisfying. No Thunderbolt, we don't need it. Let's go. Oh! I should heal. Let's go back and heal. Yeah, Hariyama learning Surf does not make that much sense. Like, I guess he can use his little arms and his feet to paddle around, but I don't know. It's always weird to me that Pokemon like Rhydon and stuff get Surf. Like, why? Really? It's a rock. It's so heavy. It's just gonna sink. And someone's gonna tell me, but a boat is heavy and it doesn't sink. Okay, yes. In fact, weight is not how buoyancy works. Although, I guess I could have just healed in that bed. There's no mandatory battles, but sometimes I run into people, so... It might be a good idea to go back to, what's it called? The place up north with the ash and get return. Oh gosh, I don't actually remember. I was considering at one point making that a meme on my channel because I could not remember what the name of that place was. Oh. Ha! Personberry from the last fight. See? It's still useful even in a random battle. Love this item. What a good item. I'm gonna give it back. Give it back to Hariyama because it's just so good. Like, what if this Mightyena confuses me? What if the Pelipper in the rival battle that's next confuses me? Like, genuinely, the Personberry feels so great. Yes! See? It's awesome! Oh, I love this item. This is a great item. I'm gonna give him another one. We're gonna run out of person berries though. Gotta be careful. There's 2 more after Winona, so we should be fine. Fall Arbor Town. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Let's set up. Oh, fine. What you gonna do? You gonna like swift me? All right. Yeah, Route 117. Is that the place where they are? I don't know. Oh, just attack. Yeah, we got it. Level 33, smelting salt. Smelling salts, no. I always misread that as a kid as smelting salts. But it's smelling salt. Okay. Excited Scott noises, yeah. Personberry. You'd think that the Lepa berry would be the most exciting berry, but not. Okay, that's Hidden Power Ghost. Hidden Power Ghost, in Generation 3, the impact on your IVs is significantly less pronounced as it is on your DVs in Generation 2 for Hidden Power. So you can essentially run any type of Hidden Power you want in this game without significant detriment. Because the difference is between 30 or 31 in one of your stats for every Hidden Power. Whereas, unfortunately in Generation 2, the difference can be up to like, what is it, 80% less HP in some cases. That's just devastating. Especially if you have to like just barely survive through some damage ranges. Gotta barely survive Bruno's Machamp's cross chop. Like, well, you're not gonna do that if you go Hidden Power Fire or Water. It's gonna get you. Okay, we gotta be careful in these locations. There's a lot of flying types. Things can kind of go wrong here quickly. We don't want to have that happen. Plus there's Skarmories. And Skarmories are the enemy. Luckily Vital Throw is neutral against them. Otherwise they would be extremely bad. Tropius is bad. Also has some really weird stats. These are tag team trainers, so they're all going to fight me in a row. I think just one bulk up here should be fine, then I can Secret Power. I think I should make a trip to the Mart real soon. I'm going to do that right now before we get too far into this gym, because I have like no healing items. I'm at such a low level that I take decent damage whenever I get hit by stuff, so buying some potions. Again, I don't need to go to the game corner at all, so picking these up here is like a good use of my money, and if I'm like trying to do the best I can, I should try and utilize every resource that is available to me. It doesn't take too much time. HP, yeah, HP is stored in its own bit pentad, whereas in other games it is not. Okay, so this is where it's scary. The first one comes out, does damage, then the second one comes in, does damage. I think we Secret Power this. Oh, I was like, so it doesn't do any damage, but it just barely survives. Then we bulk up on this while it protects. Oh, it's Supersonics, but I have a Person Berry, you see? No! Ah, Pelipper. Got me. But I had the Person Berry. Reggie's when? No comment. Alright, this is worse. This went worse. So apparently the random trainers in here are terrifying. I'm gonna lose this one, so I'm just gonna reset. This might be a Citrus Berry moment. Recover health instead. Okay, double team there is actually good. Good. Oh, the Endeavor is not. Maybe Citrus Berry triggers though? Yeah. Let's go. Alright, this is a much better position than before. The Doduo is not very good, so I'll set up turn 1, then I should be able to... Oh, well. That was obviously not good. Don't do that. Don't do that. Am I faster? I'm faster. Okay. Let's go. Protect. Yeah, see, it protects now. Missed. Alright, we win. Not great. This gym is tricky, even the random trainers. Vital throw is better over swallow? Yeah, I know. I don't know if the swallow was outspeeding me though. I'm pretty sure I just didn't look and I was like, I don't want to have lower priority. Okay, generally Berry is good in this fight, but I'm actually going to go with Citrus Berry just because I want to set up and I want to have as much sustain as possible. Churro is unfortunately banned from the room right now because we have another foster cat. And she's having some digestive problems. It's sad. Okay, Skarmory's next, so bulk up. Aerial Ace. Okay, it's not doing too much, so I'll try and set up. Okay, Sand Attack is a free turn because I have Vital Throw. Gotcha. Tropius. I'm gonna miss. I don't want to miss. Oh, it's gonna Solar Beam me. Oh, and it's gonna crit me with Aerial Ace. Fine. Okay. Don't Perish Song. Safeguard. Oh, risky. Okay. Yeah, keep Sand Attacking. Yes. Yes. This is what we want. Let's max out. There's gonna be no crits, right? No, absolutely no crits. Why would they crit? They're not gonna crit. I believe. Yes. Okay. Didn't hit Supersonic. We should do it now. Yes. Alright. Ta-da! We win. Revenge for you calling Tropius bad. Yeah. The Tropius is generally not a Pokemon in these runs that I'm like worried about. So Winona and Norman, little bit worrisome here, but the time that we're setting is still exceptionally good. Oh, I got my HM user. Sometimes I forget to get my HM users. One of the most painful things ever. Don't go on the little paths. Don't go on the paths. Don't go on the paths. They'll get you. Over here, there's a rare candy. I think there's 2 rare candies in this section of the game. This one, and then the one over by Mount Pyre. And there's also more Person Berries, my favorite. I gotta make like a Person Berry shirt or something. Merch. Yeah. Let's go. Oh, I wish some of this had more walls to bump into, because it's kind of hard to navigate. Yeah, this route is so pretty. I know, this is the best place in the game. Like, it looks so good. When I put the intro on, I put the background B-roll to that portion of the game, and there's like rain falling and stuff. I'm like, oh, this is so scenic. It looks amazing. I don't know, just in case something weird happens. Yeah, I can spam. Oh, never mind. Can't do anything. Oh, bye. So, I'm not really concerned about my HM users. You have to have HM users in this fight because you have to be able to get over to the island to even, like, participate in this battle. So, I just let them, like, the HM users participate. It's like, they rarely do anything. I usually just try and make them do something useless, and then they all faint. Rain dance. I'll actually help the Carvana out. Okay. Rare candy over here. Oh, there's 3 rare candies. Scott, what's your favorite Pokemon game? I think yellow version. Can't believe I'm saying that now. Like, when I was a kid, I would have said probably red and blue. Because I like them a lot more than yellow. Just the fact that you get to start with different starters, that sort of thing. But I really like yellow now that I've played it a lot. It's aesthetically, I think, a great game. Like, the aesthetics of yellow are just perfect. Okay, I'm gonna do something here that I rarely do, but I'm gonna fight him. I'm go in here, and I'm going to, I'm gonna be trying to get Carbos to raise my speed as much as is possible before the end of the game. I don't actually know, I might have raised my EVs enough. I don't know the EV system well enough to have a good sense for where I'm at, but I just wanna, I want to ensure that I'm doing everything I can to outspeed Steven's Metagross. So I rarely go in here. I know there's a move tutor on the roof for, what's it called? Substitute. Now, Substitute potentially could be useful. Okay, let's see if I can feed 2. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Sell the nuggets. Get one more. Sweet. Okay, 3 Carbos. I'm happy about that. That's nice. Yeah, he still has Marshtomp. I know, it's the rival in this game is really disappointing. Other than the second fight, which can be like occasionally hard, like the starters are a little bit challenging in that fight. Other than that, like he's basically a complete pushover. Even weaker than Silver, I would say. Like Silver in Crystal, that's a weird statement, but Silver, the trainer in Crystal version, it's really, 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 really bad, but even he's better. If anyone's wondering where the expert belt is, nowhere close. You have to catch a Pokemon with holding it, that's holding it. I'm never going to do that. It's just waste too much time. Oh, there's something we can add. Yeah, we can add the EVs to the overlay. The reason I didn't add them is actually because I intentionally never go in the department store, so it's just like, well, it doesn't really make sense to show these. Like, when is this going to be relevant? Today. It's relevant today. Oh, go off the bike. Bike is banned from movement speed increases. Triple question mark. Yeah, I should call him triple question mark. You're right. I don't know. I should move. Next time I'll move those super potions up to the top of the inventory. A little bit more efficient and well organized. What do rare candy taste like? Huh. I never thought about that. I actually, I did think about that. I lied. But it wasn't like, what does it taste like? It was what I thought it tastes like. I just assumed, well, I went underground and got hit by magnitude, but luckily Hariyama is quite bulky, so it's okay. There's a rare candy over here, which I'm going to get. Fluctuating growth rate. I'm going to level up. I should probably use my rare candies soon-ish. Right? Like, probably before Tate and Liza is when I'm going to use them. I'm noticing that there are 2 points in Emerald that make sense for rare candies, or 3 points, actually. Before Tate and Liza, if you struggle with psychic types. Before the League, if you struggle with any of the League members, or specifically Sydney. And yes, Pokemon do struggle. Psychic types specifically. Emerald hates psychic types. So before the League, and then the final one is before Steven. Those seem like the 3 default places. Depending on the Pokemon that I'm using, I'll probably do one of those from now on in each one of my runs. Good point. There's already a lot to visualize. Yeah. But I have a lot of ideas in my mind that I've had for like a year and a half now. It's getting painful keeping them in my brain. There's a lot of other ideas I have for showing more additional information, but I can't do it yet because of the state of development that my overlay's in. And I've worked a lot on the code over the last month and a half, which is why there are no videos yet. But it's still not ready. There's a lot to do. In Hone, the only way to get black belt is to use Thief on Hiker Knobs. Real on the 4th rematch. Wow, okay. Well, so yeah, don't get the black belt. Usually the EVs don't even reach 100. Oh, that's good to know. Okay, cool. Just I'll throw it. Wow. See, right now, it would be good if I had a person berry. But you know what I don't have? A person berry. So, like, am I going to lose? I hope I don't lose. It's such a, stop! How many times can you hit yourself? There we go. It was like 3 times in a row. When I lose fights like that, I lost one like that yesterday. I was playing Clefable. It was like 4 turns in a row and then just like ruined my entire run because I hadn't saved until that point. So I just restarted the run. Painful. Personberry. This one does have swagger. Shirt idea, explaining the damage rounding threshold. Yeah, I have thought of that. I've thought of also just putting the damage calculation on a shirt. And then like circling the part where there's the floors and then writing damage rounding threshold. Or like the numbers. Okay, bulk up. Oh, there's no number 1. Oh no, it's Intimidate. That's why. I was like, there's no number 1 over there. That's why. It's because I got hit by Intimidate. How far do I want to push this? Probably not that far. Let's just take it out. What? Critical hit? Are you kidding me? That did a lot of damage. Could you just swagger me right away, please? Yeah, miss Scary Face. Swagger. Please swagger. Can we have a swagger? Why no swaggers? Okay, fine. It's gonna roar me soon because I have +3. I don't want to get roared. Heh, Personberry helped here. Yes! It has Earthquake, so don't go underground. If Scott gets a decent time, don't commit yourself to paying my taxes. You don't want to. Okay. If you're like a multimillionaire, I'll accept the help. Let's go down here. Deal. I'm hoping we can get a decent time. But so far, the run is resisting me. I think we've got quite bad luck up until this point. I needed to learn a little bit about how to play Norman, but other than that, not been great. This is for Steven. Yeah, I wanted to talk about Dig in Generation 3. Dig in Generation 1 is really good, and then in Generation 2 it's pretty good. Like, if you need a coverage ground type move, it's usable in the Johto portion of the game. In Generation 3, it feels like they did everything that they could possibly do to make you not want to use Dig. They give it to you after you defeat Norman, right before Flannery, but right before you take on Flannery, who I will note does have a Camerupt and a Nummel, you face Maxie, and his Camerupt has Magnitude, which basically incentivizes or teaches you, don't use Dig when facing this Pokemon. So then against the fighting Fire-type specialist, you're like, maybe I shouldn't use this move. Now, it is quite good against Norman, as I've mentioned before, but from there, we got a Flying-type specialist, and then 60 base power is just not very good for the rest of the game. And after you defeat the 7th gym leader, Tate and Liza, you get access to Earthquake, which is obviously much better. Today has been so productive. Now there's a stream treat on top of that. I'm glad you could have a productive day. I'm hoping I'll have a really productive day tomorrow and get this first video of the year finished. Oh, just for anyone who's here, since you've made it this far into the video, you deserve a small treat. There might be 3 videos this week. Might be. I'm not... Okay, there's this free swagger. Sweet. There might be, though, because essentially how I plan my schedule... Oh, no. Okay. Whew. Confusion to get at. How I plan my schedule is, like, I rotate through the games, and I don't want to just randomly put a video on the channel. Like, there's a little bit of inflexibility in my mindset around which video gets released next. Because of that, I have to release in a certain order, and there is a video on a specific date that does have to come out, and it is in a specific generation. So I need to plan my whole year around that. And with what we've finished so far, it might have to be a 3-video week. You can't even dig against Tate and Liza? Yeah, because levitate. Oh, I thought that was going to 2-hit, but it'll 3-hit. So yeah, there will be a Valentine's Day release, hopefully a release before Valentine's Day, and then hopefully a release on Saturday. And if everything in the plan falls apart, there will only be a Valentine's Day release. Wait, videos will be back this week? Yeah. Videos were supposed to be back 2 weeks ago, but then Dropbox deleted all my files. It has been I think the last 2 weeks have been the most stressful 2 weeks of my life. Like, I've genuinely never experienced something like this where it's just like everything is going wrong at every single step. Okay, this is really, okay, that crit saved me. That was gonna be a reset right there. I don't know if I saved in front of that person, but we made it now. You can't override repels in Gen 3. You can override repels in Gen 1, but not in Gen 2 or 3. Love Disc was last year for Valentine's Day, so I can't do Love Disc again this year. See? I couldn't use the repel. I thought about doing Love Disc every year and just like doing a backport this year, like put it in Generation 1, the next year I can do Generation 2, then the following year I can do Generation 4, oh, Fire Red, sorry, just like endlessly do Love Disc, but I decided against it and decided on a different Pokemon. Can't heal that, so we'll just keep pushing on. Ah! I knew it was going to catch me when I bumped into the rock. Well, we have what's it called on our side. No! Come on. Yes. Okay, this is getting too risky. Gotta heal again. We've got Guts on our side. These potions were a good investment. Yeah, I took a break and then we restructured all of our files, which it's like a shared repository of a bunch of files that we have, like a bunch of assets that have been developed over time making these videos. So my video editor has access to that, and to do that we sync with Dropbox. Because it's really convenient and it just goes right away rather than something like... I've had so many problems with OneDrive and Google Drive, so I just don't do those anymore. But then I turned my Mac on because I do all my video editing and graphic design on a Mac. I turned it on because it had been off for like 3 weeks. And then it tried to sync like 215,000 files. And it took... I thought it was going to take like a week, so I just left it on, and then I came back, and then it was still syncing, and I was like, how is that possible that it hasn't finished? So then I had to go in and investigate settings, and then somehow the fact that the Mac turned on just deleted all the changes we had made. And yeah, lost everything. Then had to recover the backup, which took 2 days, because it was like 700, 800 gigabytes of files. It was a bad situation, so now I'm running a backup every single day onto my network-attached storage. We're gonna go zigzagoon for the Tate and Liza fight. Do I do this full-time? Yeah, I do this like more than full-time, but yeah. This is like my only source of income now. So yeah, this is my job. Yeah, but like the PC, you don't use a PC because it's terrible at video editing. Like, even with an amazing graphics card and processor, you just don't get the same kind of performance that you get on a Mac. The performance is just so much better. And it's so much quieter. You can record... I literally had to drill through the wall and put my PC in a different room because it's so noisy. And it makes so much heat. But with the Mac, you can just sit here and I can record audio right in front of it. It makes no sound. It's amazing. I will, like, if Mac or Apple wants to sponsor me, please. Love these products. They're so good. I cannot say enough good things about them. Just amazing. I spent so much money on this PC and it still can't do what my Mac does. And my Mac is like less than half the cost. Genuinely, like, Premiere Pro timeline performance on the Mac, also DaVinci Resolve performance on the Mac, so much better. It's just so much better. Like as creative tools, the Macs are just great. This is the Slateport City theme. It says it's the bonus track. I also love my Windows machine. Like I'm not gonna say like it's like a bad computer. I like it a lot. It does a lot of great things. Honestly, I like the OS a lot more. Like I find it maps things in a way that my brain likes them. But in the end, when it's like when I'm making one video a day in December, I cannot. Oh, also render times. Render times are like half what they are on the Mac. I just can't have like a delay when I'm. Kidding me? I can't have a delay. Are you kidding me? I have no healing items. I want to see if I can do it without healing. Okay, we're doing all the rare candies now. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of Dig for Hidden Tower Ghost. Oh, by Dig. Probably wasn't even worth the investment. I didn't use it very much. I edit on an M1 Mac Studio. It's not like a MacBook or something portable. It's a Mac Studio. This is going to hit harder, I think, so we should take it out first. Because if it keeps going for Earthquake, it's not going to do very much damage. This thing has Hypnosis, so we're going to knock it out. We'll take out the Soul Rock as well, because the Clay Doll is just kind of a joke, and then we're going to sweep Tate and Liza very easily. Wow! Okay, I probably didn't need that many levels. I'm really paranoid of starting battles with less than full health because when I do that and then I lose, people call me out for it in the comments. It's like, I have YouTube trauma from that. There's like certain mistakes that you make that everyone is really angry about all the time, and I like when I'm approaching making one of those mistakes, my brain sends off all the warning alarms. You will get 8 comments if you make this mistake. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. Yeah, Hariyama's a beast. I know, this thing is so good. It's so good. Like, ridiculously good. Yeah, I would love to upgrade to the M3 at some point, but right now the M1 performs really well, and my Mac is actually packed up right now. I'm editing on my Windows machine because I just needed to get back to producing videos as soon as possible. So like the setup that I have right now is very unideal. Like I don't have any of my keyboard shortcuts and stuff like that, but we are making progress on the video, and that's like the most important thing at the current moment. I'm going to take my time and then get everything else set up so that it works really well. Once the videos have come back onto a regular schedule, I really should have a person buried for this fight because they like to use swagger, as you just saw there. Looks like we're targeting down this person's Pokemon in this fight. Going well. So those are Maxie's Pokemon. Alright. Alright. Do you make mistakes on purpose to drive more engagement? No, never. I want to drive more engagement by people saying like, wow, this guy's great at the game. He really has a good thought process around the game, and he puts together really intelligently done videos, and the data and the methodology and stuff is rigorous, and we trust his results. Like, that's what I want. So I don't make mistakes on purpose, but when I do make mistakes, I think that the only thing to do is to be really upfront about them, because trying to sweep mistakes under the rug and pretend that they didn't happen is like a great way to erode trust. So to me, it seems like transparency is paramount to build that level of like trust. And like I'm not gonna get there right away. And like I think in general, oh, I forgot, I forgot to get dive. I knew I was forgetting something. You probably saw me like wander around a little bit on the beach for a second, just being like, what am I doing? It's because I knew I was forgetting something. I just didn't know what it was. Yeah, it's like great skill does not happen right away. It takes time to develop that kind of thing, and you've been watching me do it over like 3.5 years. But like mastery at a craft takes sometimes a decade, because I was a musician, and I started my instrument when I was 10 years old, and then I went to university, and by the time I had finished university when I was 22, I still didn't feel like I had mastery with my instrument. So that's 12 years. If it takes this, if I can do it in 3/4 of the time this time with Pokemon games and video production, then that's okay. I think that that's a good enough improvement for me to be happy with. So I'll just keep working towards that goal. I'm trying to learn this better. It's like you just press up through those three. It's like it's right and then up 3 times. And then that gets you to where you need to be. And we're about to get Earthquake, which is not that useful during the league, but it gets... Gotta go slow. Alright, Earthquake. Yeah, I've gotten better in the last couple of years, but what you'll notice, like, as I get closer and closer to actually getting the mastery that I'm talking about, my progress will slow down. Going from, like, complete scrub to, like, pretty decent, like, the first 80% takes you, like, maybe 6 months to 12 months if you're really focused and doing all the right things, and you have, like, a great mentor, that sort of thing. Then going the next, like, 15% is gonna take maybe 5 years. And then going the last 5%, it's like a lifetime pursuit. Like, it takes so long to get into the top 1%. Anyways, like, what I thought was, or what I've observed, I think, in gaming, because I came from StarCraft 2, there's a lot of entitlement in gamers where people will just say, like, oh no, I'm good, I know I'm good. Like, I'm doing all the right things, like, I know I'm good, I've thought about this a lot, like, I play well, how could I not play well? There's this sort of entitlement to skill, and I used to have it when I played StarCraft. I'd be like, that guy did a cheesy strategy, he has like 20 APM, how is he able to beat me? I'm much better than that. That doesn't help, that doesn't make you get better, didn't make me get better. And honestly, it's just like, that perspective I recognized in myself, it was just a lie I was telling myself. So, it doesn't make sense to tell yourself that lie. It makes you feel good in the short term, because you feel justified, or you feel like you deserve something, like you deserve to play well, or to have the opponent lose to you. That feels nice, to be like, yeah, I deserve to win that game. I tried hard, and I deserved it. But the far more rewarding long-term thing is like, wow, I'm not playing very well. Like, I really need to question all of the things I'm doing in the game. Figure out every single one of my small errors, no matter how small they are. Like, someone says, like, why do you open your inventory like this? Okay, I really need to analyze. Like, why am I making the choice to open my inventory like that? Should I change that? Because that could save 0.2 seconds. And if I save 0.2 seconds 5 times, then I've saved a second. And if I can do that 100 times, then I've saved a minute and 20 seconds, or a minute and 40 seconds. Do I have a repel? So it's a slow process of identifying all those things and then slowly correcting them and challenging the bias, but I'm trying to do it. And I definitely know that, like, when people make comments on the videos, sometimes I'll respond with a snarky remark, just being like, yeah, okay, like, you think you know better than me, whatever. That's usually an emotional reaction that I have in the moment. And then it takes some time for it to sort of settle. And then, like, a day or two later, I always try and reflect on those things and go, like, was that actually, like, valid criticism, and should I look into that? And most of the time it's like, yeah, it's valid criticism on some level. Yeah, I definitely, like, there's less ego going around with single-player games for sure, but, like, there is still ego because, like, I might be playing a single player game, but I am playing a single player game for like the world to see. And because everyone can see me playing this single player game, then there's like inherent comparisons built in. Like I got a comment the other day that was like J-Rose plays poison types much better on my Wheezing vs Muck video, versus Arbok video, the Monster Mash. The person just said like, oh, J-Rose plays poison types better. I'm like, that's interesting. Like, huh, maybe I should go and watch his poison type videos, because admittedly I haven't really watched any of his videos in the last like year or so. So maybe I should go and watch those poison type videos because I'm missing out on a piece of information. Not again. And having that piece of information will really help me in improving my skill and all that stuff. And then the next video that I make with poison types will be much better. And then I can just like say like, hey, I watched J-Rose's stuff and it let me know about these 3 things that are now really aiding me in playing with poison types. And then for me, in that way I'm engaging with the community, which community is like a big, I would say it's like to not sound too corporate, it's a value of mine. Like I value, it's a part of my mission statement, but like community is definitely something that like matters to me. So being able to like engage with like people that are also making this kind of content, I think that's important. I don't want to be an island. Someone gave me that advice. It was my composition professor. Basically, he said, creatively, no one's an island. Like, we're all influenced by everyone around us. And it's not wrong to, like, use other people's ideas and take those ideas. You just have to be honest about when you did take those ideas and when you use them. I was trying to click on the water, but I clicked on this guy. It's okay. Anyone who has any tips about how to swim around more efficiently, let me know, because, wow, it's bad. Just so scared of getting off onto the land. It takes time, then you have to, like, go through the dialogue again. I don't want to do it. I also had an experience when I was younger where, growing up in the city I was in, there was really only 2 people that were playing the instrument that I play at the level that I was playing it. And, like, the city's fairly large, it's like 1.3 million people, so when it's like you and someone else, and you're both 16, and that's it. Like, there's no one else at your level. I think my thought process around it initially was like, this could get extremely toxic between the 2 of us, because we're just going to be constantly competing with each other, trying to outdo each other. Like, I did better, I played that piece better, I won this competition, you lost this competition. So like, right away, I just like, this was when I was like 16, yeah. I just said to myself, like, I'm never going to treat other musicians like they're my competition. Like, other musicians will always be my allies. No matter what. Like, even if they think I'm their competition, like, I'm their ally. Like, that's how I'm gonna interact with them, and I'll just hold myself to that, and that's, like, the best I can do. And that's half of the equation, and hopefully that maybe rubs off on some people, or at the very least, it gives me a sense of peace. Because then I'm trying to learn from the people around me rather than pushing them away and just isolating myself. This channel's living up to the name Scott's Thoughts. Yes! Finally, after so long, it's not challenge videos, it's actually Scott's Thoughts. Okay, yeah, you gonna try double teaming me, Swallow? Nope. Just nope. Also, this speed nature is feeling good. I'm liking this. Although I'm getting scared, because the Metagross is 138 speed. We're not close to that. We used our rare candies. Probably that. That did a lot. Okay. Pokemon vids are just bait. Every time I go by that ladder now, I remind myself that Psychic is over there. After the one that's a Mewtwo stream. I lost all the files for that, by the way, because That was the one thing that I could not recover from the data loss. Mewtwo files. Playing video games is all like music. Yeah, I think everything at a high level is the same. Like, everything that is skill-based or knowledge-based all basically boils down to the same principles. I read a book called The Art of Learning, and then another book called The Inner Game of Tennis, and those two books were like very formative for me in my early 20s. And just like how to think about improving in the process of learning. And then I tried to apply it to a bunch of sports stuff as I worked out like 4 times a day during my early 20s. Did like so many weights and swimming and running and biking. Okay, do we have everything we need? Or I think we're gonna get like completely destroyed by people. Let me go get some rare candies. This might be wasted time and unnecessary, and I think I know how this playthrough is going to be improved. But there's a rare candy up here. And there's another one by Dewford Town, so we'll get that one because it's fairly quick. And I am going to go and get the Trickmaster one as well, which I shouldn't have skipped earlier, but you know, you make mistakes. This fight will level me up. It's not all bad. I'll tell everyone what instrument I play if I ever do a face reveal. Yeah, I get the Trickmaster one. Yeah, all my files got deleted, and then like every program I used to make these videos all errored out. I lost all my shortcuts in Adobe. There have been problems. There's problems right now with the credit generating sequence. If there is no credits in the next like 2 or 3 videos, if there are no credits in the next 2 or 3 videos, I will, I really apologize, but the software that I use to make them is currently not working. So, we don't have like a file either that we can just go in and edit. Like, literally it just either creates a video file or it doesn't, and in this case it just isn't. So, we're scrambling and we don't have time to put like 5 hours in aligning all the graphics and making the sequence again that we used to do. See, this rare candy is not great, but it's better if you get it earlier on, because then fighting those trainers actually gives a decent amount of experience and helps you out earlier into the game. Okay, so I got 3 more rare candies. I think the Safari Zone one is only available after you defeat the League, so should have done that slower. Come on, there we go. Alright, let's do this. Sydney's first. I'm keeping Vital Throw for this fight specifically. I'm just gonna go item, or I'll do Silk Scarf for this fight, I think. Then Lepa Berry for Phoebe. I should pick up a Cherry Berry next time. I tried to cut as many berries as possible. So this thing is probably going to sand attack me at least once. And it also is going to double edge, which is going to do so little damage. And I think now I just sweep. I can use an old credits, yes. That's annoying. I'm going to get it before it sets up, though. I am, yeah. I could recover an old version of the credit sequence. Like, I have all my files. I basically, like, everything... I lost everything before December 25th. But then I was able to recover almost everything of the stuff that I lost. But in the process, we didn't know this, but in the process of recovering the data, it unlinked all of the folders from my editor's computer. So then he had to sit through the time of downloading all the files again, which further delayed our production. So like there was like me struggling to get them back for like 2 days, not filming runs, not doing voiceover, that sort of thing. And then there was like a time where he couldn't access anything and we're just waiting for them to be finished. So yeah, there have been a lot of problems. I'm extremely frustrated about it, and I'm really sorry there haven't been videos. That's why I've been trying to stream more, because I'm just like, I gotta put something out there so that I'm not completely absent. Plus, streaming is really fun and a good stress relief for me. We're gonna teach Brick Break now. In the place of Vital Throw. Because accuracy isn't really a factor beyond that point in the game. This would be a really great place to use a Cherry Berry, but I'm not going to be able to. This will have to be good enough. That should be enough. We have like, our attack is so huge. +2, and it's 387. I know, like... It's reassuring to hear take time, but also, like, I do need to get back to releasing videos. I can't just, like, stop it forever. And, I only missed 1 week of releases for, like, 3.5 years. So, it's very distressing when you start missing more than 1 week in a row, even though you don't want to be. I'm gonna White Herb for this one, like I said before, so that my speed can't be dropped. But my speed, I think, is just a little bit too low anyways. Viola. The reason I had to learn Alto Clef. Let's push it. Let's just, like, we're just gonna keep going with this. There we go, that's the speed drop I was looking for. Now we can attack. Okay, so we're faster than the Altaria, which is good. Faster than the Kingdra, which is good. Slower than the Flygon and the Salamence. But that's not awful, because if I can get through those two, like, yeah, we're fine. Alright. Oh! The Intimidate and a bad roll. Alright. Oh, this is a bop. Steven Stone, yeah. Yeah, my fanbase, I had a couple comments once that people were saying, like, people in my comments were being toxic, but overall, I don't really feel that way ever. It seems like everyone is really respectful most of the time, and, like, when people are calling me out, it's usually calling me out for a good reason. Like, wow, your trash strategy with Gengar, maybe don't use Substitute. And I'm like, oh, actually using Substitute with Gengar was a really bad idea. I learned something. Okay. Okay, that did a lot. Ideally, less of that. Okay, next time we attack first turn. Next time we attack first turn. Noted. Brick Break does more damage as well. Oh! Well, this is a bad start. It's a really bad start. So it's a terrible start. I'm gonna have to do it again. Oh, the Tentacruel's faster by like 2 speed. Okay, we should probably candy then. I'm gonna be so underleveled for Steven. Just pray that it's enough. I'll be faster than the Tentacruel now, which is... Hariyama has no held item. No, it has a Pecha Berry. No, don't do that. Okay, well, Wailord can drop the ball, but we're gonna return. It's gonna survive. Then we're gonna bulk up because he's gonna heal it. We're gonna attack it again. Hopefully get the roll. Yeah, good. Whiscash. Sorry, Whis? No, Wishcash. That's what I used to say, and then everyone was like, "You're like Sean Connery." Yes. There used to be so many Sean Connery bloopers when I did bloopers. Alright, we're fine. I think we're fine. I think we'll just 2-hit the Milotic. Yep. Did it! 62! Under an hour and a half for this portion of the game. How about a community-style video, like an announcement for the community to make something? For example, art contest. You could do something like that. I tried to do that with like the community races. That was like my idea of like making something that's community, because like my channel's all about beating the game, and so, like beating the game in some way, solo running in most cases. So like I wonder, that felt like the most intuitive place to take it. Like we're gonna beat the game together and it is an awesome time for Wallace, but I'm kind of disappointed. This is the nice thing here though is that Steven Stone is, I already know what my moveset is going into this, and I don't think I'm going to have many problems outside of the Metagross, which unfortunately my speed stat did not get high enough to fix for me. No. Let's just go. Yeah, I can display damage ranges on, I have a whole bunch of old functions that do damage range stuff for the overlays. I've just never hooked it up and like really pushed to make it happen because it takes away some of the fun of like experiencing the game. Because you can just see like, oh, I definitely am gonna knock that out in one hit. I think we have to do it like this, and we brick break the clay doll, which is like really annoying, but it's fine. Oh, should have had an item. Well, fix that after. Wow. Okay. Pecha berry is for toxic. For the future, can you play Rom Hex? Yeah, I will eventually. Spikes. Okay, that Spikes is a really good first turn, because then it's not going to do that much damage, and I can set up a little bit before. I want to miss Toxic. Alright, we're getting very lucky, and then Toxic hits. But we can just keep going. Unless it crits, we're going to be fine. Then we can rest. It'll remove Toxic. And we should be able to sweep. And see, he's going to full restore, so I can just heal. Take it slow. No need to rush. Want as much health as possible for the Metagross so that when it uses Psychic, I'm not going to get completely wrecked right away. Brick break. Metagross. Okay. Please. Darn. Bad, 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 bad. Yeah, sleep counts, but you wake up, and so then sleep goes away. So you don't actually ever get the attack boost from sleep, unless you're currently asleep while attacking. Which is like snore or, what's the other one? Sleep talk. Okay, come on. I think we knock this out. Next time, probably leftovers here. I'm gonna rest right now. But it's annoying that it's using Water Pulse. Okay, it stopped using Water Pulse. Good. Stop using waterfalls. Yeah, use more slash. Can we have more slash, please? A little bit more slash. Stop with the water pulse. I want full health. Can we have full health? It's gonna get me. I don't know if I can survive Psychic at full health on this level. I have no idea. The experience router, despite our best efforts, does not work yet with Emerald. For my setup. No, we're gonna stick with this strategy because this is not a final playthrough, so we just go until we win or we give up. I'm not gonna resort to like going and switching my strategy now. Because like basically the run's already dead. Like if we get here and we can't do it, it's just dead. Like you have to play the run fundamentally differently up until this point to do it in an efficient way. It doesn't make sense to try and like course correct at this point. Not for a follow-up playthrough. So the Skarmory's kind of bad. And it's using a lot of aerial ace. So what I'm thinking is... No. Yeah, well that's fine actually. I'll live this. He'll full restore anyways. I think here I can maybe stall the Skarmory out by using Bulk Up to buy time. And then when I'm on lowish health, like there, just rest, heal, wait till it stops using this and starts using something else like Steel Wing. Because Steel Wing is trash. Oh. Or it crits me and knocks me out. I didn't think the crit would do that much. Yeah, I think trying to outspeed the Metagross is not a good idea. I think the speed boosting nature was good, but it's not good for Steven. Like, it's good for everyone else. It doesn't need to be good for Steven. Like, I don't think I would choose a different nature. I think this is the correct choice. Because it helps with everything else throughout the playthrough. This has been my experience with a lot of normal types and fighting types. Like, they're really good at most of the game, then they get to Steven, then they're less good. But Hariyama is mostly... This is mostly just a level thing. Wow, the crit from Skarmory is doing a lot, so maybe I should not take time here. I think, like, next time, Tate and Liza was much easier than I thought they would be. So... no, like I said, like, we're not going to change the strategy, but... so, like... Tate and Liza... I think the obvious choice is just level more before Tate and Liza, like fight just some random trainers. Like, it's fine to fight trainers. I'm gonna die. Wasn't paying attention. Yeah, like fight more trainers, get to Tate and Liza, have to use, like, not all the rare candies, maybe less even, like maybe half of the rare candies that I used. Then arrive here at a slightly higher level. So if I can get here at like 68 or 70, I think that would be a lot better. Because like Bulk Up objectively is the best setup move against Steven, because it boosts your defense and then his Pokemon can do very little damage. Like the, what's it called? Armaldo is prioritizing Water Pulse specifically because it knows it'll do less damage with all of its other moves. Knocking it out. Okay. Let's go. Why are you alternating? Sometimes slash, sometimes it's weird. Okay. Okay, the hilarious thing about all this is that, like, we're still on track to clock in with a ridiculously good time for Emerald if considered in the context of last year's results. Even despite how awful this fight is going. Well, that's our last heal, so we got to attack after this. Maybe I need to PV max rest. Yeah, because I'm not gonna... I need, like, Quick Claw now to move first against Metagross. It's just gonna Psychic one-hit me. Huh... Maybe we restart. I don't think... It doesn't feel like I can win other than stalling it out until... The Petra Berry is not doing much for me, as I get poisoned first turn. And then crit. Yeah, I was thinking of stalling the Skarmory out. That was like my initial thought was, okay, I should stall the Skarmory. And then it started critting me. And then I was like, maybe I shouldn't. I was thinking that I was going to survive its hits from Aerial Ace if it crit. If that was the case, then stalling the Skarmory out would make a lot of sense. But there's a lot of PP on Aerial Ace. It's going to crit at least once during the time that it's using Aerial Ace. Or it should at least. We'll try to stall the Skarmory this time and see how it goes. I'll just use yeah, see? When it crits... Okay, so Leftovers is the right item. We'll go get Leftovers. I think I need it. Because I might be able to continue surviving in that case. Yeah, this run's really dead, though. If we get under, like, 2 hours, I'll be happy. Just so everyone's aware, when you watch my videos, and you notice occasionally it looks like I'm playing way too safe, and I'm like doing a lot of training and it doesn't make a lot of sense, and you're like, what's he doing? Like, why is he doing all this? This doesn't make any sense. It's usually because I'm scared in my first playthrough of getting stuck at the end of the game like this. Because what often will happen, if you just don't play conservative enough up until the end, when you finally do make it to the end of the game, when you get stuck for like half hour. Like and I've had those experiences before, and they've like taught me to really try as hard as possible to avoid this scenario. Unlike this trainer. Just really wanted to bump into him. I don't think Belly Drum is the right answer. I'm just thinking about other moves. Like, I don't think Belly Drum's the right answer because you don't get the defense. It is fast, but like, I'm not going to outspeed, so having a big boost doesn't really help in any meaningful way. I wanted to move first against the Metagross, and I could run Quick Claw, but then it makes the setup and getting to the Metagross a little trickier. Although, it might end up being that like you just have to Quick Claw for that one, and then just hope that it activates right there, and you'll get a really low time because you can just cut all optional training. That's like the minimum battles approach. I think Quick Claw here. Okay. Now that we have Leftovers. It's gonna crit. Of course it's gonna crit. No. Belly Drum, stacking Belly Drum and Bulk Up doesn't make any sense. Because, like, it's just overlap then. Like, why would you use Bulk Up to get the defense boost after you already have the attack boost? Now it's gonna take 7 turns instead of 6. I think Leftovers is the best. We'll see how it does it against as I get fully set up. Because I think I should be recovering almost all the health that I lose with the Leftovers. So as long as it doesn't crit me before I get fully set up, then I think I should be okay from here. Yeah, because I'm going to survive that. Just barely. Will I survive another one though? No. Okay, so my level is slightly too low. There is I think it might be worth considering a defense boosting nature. The one that lowers special defense and raises defense. If we want to make specifically Steven easier. How many levels up to outspeed Metagross? Well, it's like 138, so we gain 2 per level. Like 4, it's like 7 levels. Yeah, like level 70. Level 70 is not like that extreme. for a level to finish the game at. Which is like, that's what I'm like, that's my essential, like, the entire thesis that I have is just that I messed up earlier in the run. Hariyama is so good, so you can go through at a very low level, then you get stuck in a place like this. So what needs to happen is I need to be less conservative in my training earlier on and fight way more people. Just crush a bunch of trainers early in the game. And then I'll be a higher level throughout most of the game. I can delay using my rare candies at Tate and Liza, use them at a higher level. When I do use them at a higher level, then I will be a higher overall level at the end of the game. And maybe I'll be like 70, and then I outspeed the Metagross. It takes forever to deplete this thing's aerial aces. Steel Wing. Okay, we got to use Steel Wing. Wait. Took long enough. Let's go. He's going to heal it, but we have leftover, so we'll heal while he's healing it, which is great. Okay. Now we should be able to break this thing right away. Yeah. Now we have full health for the Metagross. Ta-da! Okay. We did it. Oh! Oh, the Claydol's faster, but it didn't do enough damage. That's okay. Okay. If it doesn't do enough damage with that hit, we're fine. Plus, we're gonna break all its walls. It's gonna be real sad. Alright. Alright. Let's go. Did it. 1 hour, 41 minutes, and 22 seconds. 21 resets at level 64. We gotta make a game time display on the green part of the overlay so that I can just quickly look at it and tell everyone the game time without having to open up a separate file. The game time is 5 hours and 36 minutes. And let's compare this with my former result using Hariyama. Hariyama's former result, this is hilarious. I got a time of 1 hour 50 minutes and 40 seconds, 18 resets, finished the game at level 68, and the game time was 6 hours and 21 minutes. So, even with, even when playing terribly and just having an awful fight against Steven at the end where I just was not actually trying to refine things, I still clock in about 9 minutes faster than my former time. A little bit more than 9 minutes faster. This thing is good. Okay. Oh, that was fun. Did everyone else have fun? Hopefully you had fun. Because there's only one thing left to do. We of course have to do another Hariyama run. Are you kidding me? Let's go. Alright, let's fix this. We're gonna fix all the mistakes. We're gonna try and clock in with a ridiculously fast time. I don't think it's gonna be as fast as I originally wanted it to be. I originally thought this thing might get sub 130, but I don't think we're going to get sub 130 if we have to train more. That's probably going to take us out of that range, but I think we are going to be able to get significantly under 140. Don't walk over to the clock. The clock is only in one of the rooms. Go. I get arm thrust in slot 1 and tackle in slot 2. Go. Did you want to try a different nature? No, I want to run the same nature this time if I can. I'm just going to run everything the same except my approach to the game. Even Hariyama's name. I have some serious rhyming game. I can't think of a fifth one. That's it. It ends at 5. Or ends at 4. I think we might actually be able to save candies until before Steven. Like, we may not actually need them if we just train a little bit more for Tate and Liza, because Tate and Liza were not hard at all, and I expected them to be quite difficult because they're Psychic-type specialists, but just one turn of setup with Bulk Up, then Hidden Power Ghost, knock out all the Pokemon other than the Clay Doll, and they were fine. Alright. I'm gonna take a slightly different approach to the early game here to hopefully save a little bit of time. Last time I think like fighting the bug people doesn't make a ton of sense. You gotta tackle them and like less accuracy. Not great. Running is sometimes hard. It's too fast, so sometimes I walk. Aaron, I think I think you might not like, playing Pokemon back-to-back is actually really fun. And maybe this is just a me thing, but playing Pokemon back-to-back is really fun, mostly because it's like, have you ever like played a game where it's like one level, but every time you like the goal is to like get better at playing that one level? Like, how can I play this level better this time? Like, that's how this feels. It feels like a game that is an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes long, and I'm trying to get better at one level, rather than trying to get better at the entire game or like a complex array of things. So it's like more like playing like, oh, I forgot my repels. Going back for the repels will waste too much time, and I'm not wasting 30 seconds in a run that I'm trying to push for PB. Especially when it's that early on. Just like, also I made the clock mistake in the rival's house, so I can fix that this time. Feel good about that. Well, I'll mess up motion there, great. Wally is well familiar with struggle. Go. Okay. Let's go. Remember, encounters are turned off for the sake of comparison between Pokemon. If I should mention this actually, if I was playing like a competitive format, I would play a lot differently and my setup would be very different. Like, if I was playing an official speedrun, because like seeing your stats and stuff like that and seeing PP in the overworld, like all of that is an advantage that I wouldn't have if I was doing a legit speedrun, so. Yeah, you don't have to talk to his Pokeball. That is not required. So a lot of the choices that I make in my video are specifically because I'm trying to be scientific about this process and make good content where we get good results. But I do this for you. I also do it for me. It's more interesting to me if I feel like when a Pokemon clocks in, I can go, oh yeah, this feels very comparable to this other run. I'm happy and comfortable putting these results forward as how these two Pokemon stack up against each other. Fluctuating growth rate levels up very quickly early on and then slowly later on. Whereas erratic growth rate levels up very slowly later on. Very slowly early on and then very quickly later on. So like the erratic growth rate is brutal if you struggle against Roxanne. And the fluctuating growth rate is great if you struggle against Roxanne. But we don't struggle against Roxanne. So I think I actually, in my last run, I think I made the mistake of I tried to do as little training as possible up until Roxanne, to save time, but I think that's a mistake. I think it should be training a lot early on in the game. I forgot the repels again. I'm such a scrub. Go through here. Oh, train. If I get us another encounter, I'll reset. Okay, good. Let's go. Did I fight her? No, not yet. Okay. I don't know if Calvin's the newest art for the channel. I don't think so. I think there's like the psychic that came after Calvin, but we very rarely fight that psychic now. He's the guy with the Wobbuffet. Terrifying. One of the most panic-inducing fights in the whole game. Like, okay, there's all these trainers in Roxanne's gym. Like, why don't I just fight them? Like, that's a decent amount of experience. It goes away. It's on my path. I don't have to take time away from the path, that's useful. You have to talk to this lady, otherwise the person with the white herb does not show up. This person, the spinners will always catch you if you run by them. Wait, where do you get the heart scale? On the beach. You can pick it up on the beach. Yeah, the chat artwork is coming. It's been commissioned. I already saw a small sketch of it. So yeah, Chad will have artwork, don't worry. Okay, that should be all the berries I need till person berries. Oh, this is brutal. Look away if you visual stuff. Poison might be worse in this game than it is in Gen 1. Looks terrible. Chat is in progress. Okay, yeah. Huh, see how fast I level up? I like defeat one Pokemon and it's like boom, level 11 to level 12. Like that'll also, so just for like reference, that'll make Hariyama go faster through this section of the game because I'll start one-hitting more things or one-turning most things. Plus I get Vital Throw faster. I never used Sand Attack last time, so let's just get rid of it. There's all these, like, it's like a, you know, in like finances, like compound growth rate, like, or compound growth on investments. Like if you invest like $100 today, it'll be worth way more than if you invest $100 like 5 years from now. So the idea is like, we want to compound as much as possible in our Pokemon speedruns. So if you level up early on, then we're going to have outsized advantages from that as the game progresses, because it'll get me more one-hits in the next section of the game, which means less resets, which just means like everything is smoother. Okay, I'll just Vital Throw. I think it'll probably be enough. Like last time I didn't have Vital Throw for this, so I had to go with Arm Thrust and Focus Energy, and like all of that takes time. Like Arm Thrust animates much slower, whereas Vital Throw is going much quicker here, and like it does more than enough damage to two-hit even the Nose Pass, so simple. And I don't think I played particularly well in this early game. Financial advice? This is not financial advice. No financial advice here. But this guy has got rock Pokemon. Let's fight them, right? Like, let's just fight this stuff because the growth rate right now is in my favor. So I might as well take this stuff out while I can and invest in the future of this Hariyama run. What's Hariyama? Hari? Okay. So almost level 17 after this section of the game. I don't know, what was I for? I think it was like 15 for Brawly last time. I squeezed roughly 2 more levels out. Hopefully we get lucky with Meryl, because I don't have a way to attack it. I'm pretty sure Tackle will just knock it out. It's level 4. I think that's the only Meryl. I'll fight this guy. He's got a fighting type. Pretty sure I'll just one hit with low kick. Yeah. Or sorry, Vital Throw. The Machop has low kick. Hariyama. Oh my gosh. Does Scott try to answer our messages? I'm new here. I try to answer as many as I can. It's really hard for me because I'm playing and talking and reading all at the same time. That's like, if it was 1x speed, it would be much easier, or if I could take pauses, but I can't. So sometimes I have to focus on the game and then I'm not able to read messages. Oh, I also didn't fight the rival last time. The paralyzed heals were like really important. I also am gonna get more Pokeballs just to ensure. Escape ropes aren't that important in this game. I'm gonna need a few more repels. Get super potions. Because healing items seemed to be very important last time. What's your favorite 15-minute recipe? Oh, I'm so bad at cooking. Like, skip the dishes. That's my favorite 15-minute recipe. Okay, level 18. I do not get the Caleb Hammer seal of approval for that comment. Okay, HM users, let's go. Talo. Come on. I don't want to use the Great Balls on it. I'm saving those for Meryl. Come on. This one is not supposed to be the hard one. There. Oh. Sliced bread with ketchup. Yep. That is, wow, this is so bad. What? What? This is almost restart worthy. Finally. Oh, gosh. Alright, after this. We have a bug here right now with the overlay. It sets the encounter rate off when you catch the Talo, but you have to get the Meryl too. Okay. Meryl was not a problem. Okay, that's at least not all of them. The Talo is awful, but the Zigzagoon is probably going to be fine. It's easy to catch, and I have a Great Ball. Yep. Okay. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, almost got him. Almost. I think I need to do up over instead of over up. That might make it a little bit easier. Also, Silk Scarf was kind of useless. I'm just going to skip it. Because I'm basically like, berries are like my go-to held item for this whole run. Person berries specifically. I think as long as... I have a person berry, I'm like pretty much good for most fights. And I have the cherry berries now, which will help. I also don't need the soft sand and stuff like that. Like, I can just skip those items. I'm not really good at doing that. Like, my brain often gets locked into like a groove, so I need to actively cultivate a little bit of flexibility around some of these things. Okay, Machop is probably going to bulk up. We're going to focus energy. It's going to bulk up. I probably should have healed. Yeah, I really should have healed. Okay. I'm faster than the final one though, and this one can't attack me because I have 100% accuracy. I think I win. Oh, maybe not. Last time I got crit. Okay, the crit helped last time. Obviously I should have healed. It's a bad reset, honestly. Not feeling good about that. Okay, crit that. Better than last time. I probably got it just because of that. Oh, I wanted to stall the reflect counter out so that I didn't have it for the Makuhita, because I'm going to do very little damage to this thing. Okay. 4 off, but it bulk ups again. Stop. Yes! Once again a crit. Ridiculous. So Brawly's pretty tricky, actually. That's another reason to do a lot of training early on. As long as things continue to go well, we'll be okay. There's like this deep urge in me right now to reset. This is like when you GG out of a Pokemon StarCraft game too early. You just like get angry and you're like, ah, it's not the perfect game. I'm just gonna leave. Like, why would I waste my time? Like, oh, that's very bad. Silly, so silly. Gosh, this thing got. Well, it's good. Good thing knocked it out. If I lose here, I'm just gonna restart. Halo, you better not knock this thing out. It's not gonna go on. Hariyama comes in, saves the day. So like I had that mistake happened because I made a modification to my regular route. So I was gonna go and get the heart scale, but then I decided not to get the heart scale because I'm like, that's gonna waste time and I don't need to do the move reminder in this run. So I didn't get the heart scale and then my pathing was different and then I bumped into those double trainers. So that's what happens when you alter things. I don't like, I know that when I alter things, I'm more prone to mistakes. Fake out isn't as useful because you can only use it once. Whereas like tackle you can use like multiple times, and I need something to counter flying types. Especially Zubat. Yeah, the Soda Pop House might end up being worth it for Hariyama. Because you get the healing items that you're gonna have to buy. You get them early on, which is nice. Okay, this is where you do cherry berries. Let's go. Well, this is easier than last time. I stumbled around over there last time. Thinking about getting the chesto berries and the cherry berries and stuff, but I'm not going to do that this time. I'll go into the trick house to get this level relevant experience now. And then this will also give me the rare candy for later. Because I do want to get all 13 rare candies with Hariyama. The fluctuating growth rate, I think like 13 rare candies makes sense with the fluctuating growth rate. I think with some other Pokemon I'm learning that you don't need that many, like 10 is usually good. But I think in this case, 13 is the correct choice. Whirlwind. What a weird move. That one still shocks me. Why does it learn Whirlwind? I'm gonna fight the trainer in front of the... Oh, you gotta talk to this scroll. I forget that so many times. That's like the questions in the... or the passwords in the Rocket Hideout in Generation 2. Forget those all the time. Alright, rare candy. Ta-da! I love how he just like spins off. Funny. Silly, I guess. I want to fight this guy. After I do a full loop around him just to prove that the spinners cannot in fact catch me. I guess when you're arm thrusting, you don't want to attack Pokemon that have static. I don't need to save for this fight. It's gonna be so simple. Yeah. Good job. No! Okay, bumping into the wall runs you into a double battle. Noted. Faint, Talo, faint. Ah! It's annoying. I wanted to fight both these people for levels, but I didn't want to fight them with Talo. It's robbing me of my precious experience. Magnemite person. Abra person. Weebrahim, I talked about the release schedule earlier on in the stream. I've had so many tech problems. I'm hoping there will be releases this week, but I don't know. It feels like everything is breaking and it's just been unrelentless for like 3 weeks. I'm noticing right now that I'm getting frame rate problems again. I thought we had resolved this. My emulator is running at like 335 to 337, which is slightly slow from what you would want to be exactly 4 times speed. I don't know why, because at the beginning of the stream it was fine. And I haven't changed anything. Yeah, like it'll look fine on your end, but the game is running slightly slower than we want it to. That's so like it has to do with like this is actually negatively impacting Hariyama's play because the game is not running as fast as it should be. But you won't notice because it's like a 1 or 2% difference, which will make a difference to the overall results, but will not make a visual difference to you as a viewer. So it's a very like subtle thing. Oh, I forgot my cherry berry for Watson. Hilarious. It'll be fine. He's so easy. Go. Oh, you got me static there again. Hariyama's rank was S tier. It's like one of the best Pokemon that I've ran so far. I think it's like 3rd or 4th. But only recently so. It's really high up there. I'm hoping after today it's going to get like an excellent position. Like, I don't know, like one of the best spots. I didn't need a lot of those. Just skip items. Anyways, if you're wondering, like, why does it matter that the frame rate is not perfect or something like that? Like, it's a small difference, doesn't matter. It's like, I try and treat this stuff, like, really scientifically, and I try and be as rigorous as possible. And when there's something that can impact your results by, like, 2 to 4%, that's a major deal. And that needs to be investigated and figured out. So, like, I spent maybe 3 or 4 days just trying to solve this frame rate problem a week or 2 ago because I couldn't record any Emerald runs if it was still occurring. And I thought I had resolved it, but And it was a annoying workaround that I had to use to resolve it too. But apparently it's still persisting, so I'll have to, after this stream, I'll have to spend time investigating it. Which is not good news for videos coming out, but... You know, like, I can make a video, like, if I did one playthrough per video and I wasn't as detail-oriented with the videos, I could make a video every single day. Like, it would not actually be a challenge to make a video every day. It would actually be fairly easy. It would probably take 6 hours of work, maybe 5. But all of these small details are the things that end up taking forever, because it's like, we'll spend like a week trying to make sure that frame rates are perfect in a game, for example, or I'll spend like a whole, like, it felt like a month working with FlameSage on getting Platinum working. So that we can have data on the screen instead of just not showing anything. A lot of thought and effort goes into this stuff. Why do I keep... I should not do that. Well, I got the boost now, so... Guts. Song Evergrande City. This one. I don't know what the last one was. I think you asked before. Sorry. Well, to make a lot of money off YouTube, I would describe myself as like being very comfortable, and I employ a video editor. And I'm hoping later this year to employ a programmer. And then also, technically Soul is also, no! Do not lose. Oh my gosh, this is so close. Oh. Oh. That was stressful. I think I have a really like weird niche on YouTube, because I think for a lot of channels, like, their subscriber count is dramatically in excess of the amount of views and watch time that they get. Or at least that's my theory, unless other people are just all like multi-millionaires year one. Like, I don't know, like, it seems to me that other people with higher subscriber counts must just get lower watch hours or something like that. Like, that can be the only answer. Where the world still has some sense of balance without YouTube being just objectively the best career. So, like, I think I'm doing, like, decently well in terms of, like, watch hours and views and stuff like that. I think getting this this nugget is a good idea first. Also, I'm also incredibly lucky to have a very, very, very supportive group of people. The Patreon income and stuff like that is, like, keeping the channel afloat right now. I'm gonna skip dig. I didn't need it last time. We'll go with the person berries first. I think person berries first is better, because then you don't have to walk around the building like I'm having to do right now. It's like really hard. Like, YouTube as a platform, it's very, very, very hard to get a sense for like how much a creator is making if you don't know the exact numbers from the creator's dashboard. Because views don't really tell you anything. There's no way to access watch hours, like watch time on the views. There's no way to know what the demographic of the audience is, to know which advertisers are trying to sell to those people. Like, it's basically impossible. I've looked at those things like Social Blade or whatever, because like someone told me about them. And like Mr. Beast launched one. Like, none of them are accurate. Yeah, one day we'll get us a Viper run. One day. Not today. I guess if I just fight this guy, it's better, because I know how to dodge him every time, and I also get the experience early on. Because I'm like five levels higher than I was last time at this point in the game. Which is also going to make like the fight against Norman and stuff significantly easier. Now that I say it, I think I should get Dig just for Norman. It's like the only fight where that move is going to be relevant for Hariyama. So we will get it. Also, fighting this person allows me to run back more quickly, which is a small advantage to having done that training. I don't have to think about it when I go by. Oh, come on. What's been my favorite run so far? That's like an impossible question. I don't know. There's always... There's like... The coughing run in Pokemon Yellow is a strange one that like sits close to my heart because I remember the solution for the champion just being so absurd with Smokescreen and like... Yeah, I like that one a lot. Yeah, the spinners have social anxiety, yes. Yeah, no hiker today, unfortunately. We are not graced by his presence. Okay. Yeah, you can just alternate between bulk up and yeah, you're right. One sand attack. I should probably hit the Zubat. Nope, miss it of course. Okay. I'm not gonna get, I will get this. I can get returned slightly faster with the meteorite. I don't have an Abra. If I had an Abra, you get it really fast. You just teleport back after doing this gym. Yeah, there's gonna be streams in every generation. And eventually. Let's go. I've already redeemed myself though. If you've just shown up on the stream, I've already got a better time than I did last time, so. It's not clickbait. We should be fine. What makes more of a difference, Natures or EVs? Natures. EVs make no difference. EVs are like... The EV system is so much less interesting than stat experience when you think about it from solo running perspective. It's like, stat experience is so interesting, EVs are not interesting at all. Come on. There we go. Abra is not an encounter I can control for because I deem it to be too lucky to obtain. Like, it doesn't seem... I wouldn't, if I wasn't controlling for it, like that is the case here, I would not go out of my way to find an Abra and catch it, because that seems too lucky. So no, I do not control for Abra. Because it doesn't seem to be coherent with the best strategy that I would play in Emerald anyways. I only control for things that I would do anyways, and then I control for them so that there is no variance between runs. Like, I would also accept running into 3 wild encounters and then the HM user as a potential, like, good way to control the variance. The goal is just to make sure there's no offset between different Pokemon's runs. Yeah, EV. No, not EVs. Like, the EVs, like, they're just not interesting in solo runs because... Okay, how am I going to EV train? Okay, I'm going to take 5 minutes out of my run and go to a specific route and fight only specific Pokemon, running away from the other Pokemon. That never is going to make sense. If I just battle every trainer on one route and that takes 5 minutes, I'll be like 5-6 levels higher. Like, that is a way better investment of my time rather than doing EV trainings for a specific type of EV. I thought about this a lot. I was like really hoping that I was going to be able to get to the point where optimizing EVs would make a lot of sense, but I just don't think it does in these games. I think you just play with, like, essentially, like, I guess you can get the macho brace and just use it if you really want to gain a little bit of extra EVs quicker, so that you, again, like, you have that, like, you invest earlier on in training, your stats are higher for a longer period in the game. It's going to benefit you overall more, but yeah. Now what about electric vehicles? I like electric vehicles. I'll talk to you a lot about electric vehicles if you ever find me in a bar. Which you won't, because I'll be here playing Pokemon Emerald. Why'd you box your Pokemon? Because there's an encounter there with a double battle that I don't want to do, because it's basically terrible experience and it will waste my time. So I box the HM users so the double battle doesn't start, because you have to have 2 Pokemon for them to fight you. Even if you talk to them, they will not fight you. Okay. Norman. Here we go. Stop. Could you not teeter dance turn 1? I hate that. I just don't want this thing to teeter dance. I'm making the mistake of fighting the spin dot. I wanted to fight the spin dot. Okay. I'm not faster than this. I'm gonna lose. Oh, the crit. Are you kidding me? Ow. That's bad play. No, not dig. Not dig. Not dig. We talked about that. Who else mentioned it? Someone mentioned it. Dig is not a good idea, because you can just alternate between bulk up and vital throw on the slacking, which is going to be better anyways. Like, it doesn't make any sense to go for dig. It'll do just less damage. Like, it makes much more sense to go here, bulk up, then vital throw. Okay, I crit. Well, there we go. Do you pronounce... Oh, it's GIF. Not GIF. Yeah, the max... You're gonna be... Your EVs will be maxed by the end of the playthrough. But, like, the problem is just, like, you don't want to take the time away to fight people to get the EVs. Like, that's the problem. It's not that it wouldn't make sense to invest in them. Like, it definitely would make sense to invest in them. But there's just not an opportunity to, because investing in them is not going to give you as many, like, as much of a payoff as just training or just going through the game blindly. Like I guess, the truly optimized way is pick every trainer that you battle throughout the game based on the amount of EVs and experience their Pokemon give you, and you min-max for maximum amount of experience and the proper type of EVs. Like, that is the way to play the game, but you never do a wild battle for an EV specifically. Because that just doesn't make sense. Last time I didn't heal, so I'm going to heal this time. Okay, Steven. Oops. Do I have a little Scotsloss on the way? No. No thoughts of having kids, at least at the current time. I think, like, I still feel like this channel, it feels like a tiny business startup to me. Like, everything is on fire all the time, and we're like a tiny team and just trying to get stuff to happen and build new things and make cool stuff happen. I think if it stops feeling like that, then I'll feel like better about having kids. But I don't feel like I just all of my time goes into this. Literally all of my time. So it's like cats, wife, and channel. That's what I have capacity for. And I think for, like, in my opinion and in my life, this I'm talking about myself, but like, I think it's unfair to like bring someone into that when I know I don't have space. I'm at saturation, is what I'm trying to say. Hopefully like over time, the channel will not take all of me, because it would be nice to like spend some time with friends and stuff. But for now, in the short term, I'm very focused. But that also comes from a place of like, just to talk about this a little bit more. It comes from a place also of deep gratitude. I'm very grateful that I'm able to hang out here and play Pokemon and have a video editor and do this and know that there's going to be food on the table. Like, I'm so grateful. I just like, I can't say it enough. Like, thank you so much for just hanging out with me, and watching the videos, liking the videos, subscribing, that kind of thing. That helps. Thank you for financially supporting if you have in the past or you currently are. Yeah. I gotta, wow. I actually kind of getting emotional, which I don't get very often. Okay. We go through here, get a rare candy. Anyways, yeah, I'm just like really grateful that I'm doing what I'm doing, and I don't want to like fumble the ball. It's like get given this like once in a lifetime opportunity, and then you just like, well, I put in 2 hours a day, and then and that was it, and then it went away. Like, that seems, I think I would live with deep regret if I did that. So, I show up every day, to use a sports term, at 110%, and I put in everything that I have to offer, and I'm trying to work on being better at scheduling things and actually telling Soul when the streams are going to happen. And I'm trying to get better and meet with my video editor more often so he knows what's going on, and I don't just be like, hey, we're actually doing this totally different project right now. My ADHD told me that we have to change all of our plans that we've been working on for the last month because I'm really wanting to do this specific video. And he's like, oh, come on. Trying to get more professional with that stuff. Okay. All of this is going to be a lot easier now. Like, even this fight just felt smoother. I'll probably only need... Maybe I don't need a bulk up? Let's see. Yeah, I don't need a bulk up, so we don't have to waste as much time. Oh, maybe I should have bulk upped. Okay, now if the next one is 2 turns, then I wasted time. Okay, we got lucky. Net neutral exchange. I couldn't have won on that one. It would have been that no matter what. Okay, fine. Yeah, it didn't wing attack. That's awesome. It didn't endeavor, so we got really lucky there again. Oh, it's a bit annoying, but we're fine. My ADHD told me, yeah, it's a constant struggle. Okay. This was like, this was a nightmare last time, and it's so easy now. Oh, didn't do very much. I thought that was gonna do half. No, careful. By the way, I always turn like that. You will have noticed that I turn away from the gym leader before fighting them. It's not for like some fancy aesthetic purpose or something like that. It's literally, I don't want to accidentally click on them if I reset, because if I'm facing up and then I spam A too much, I might accidentally go into the battle. So it's just a little habit that I got into. I think we bulk up here and hope for no Perish Song, and then knock it out. And then continue setting up here when we know we're going to take less damage from Skarmory's initial hit. Base Sand Attack, I think we keep bulk up because we have Vital Throw. Aerial Ace, I have +4. I'm going to go +6, I think. if I'm remembering correctly, I just barely missed the damage range on something during this fight, and I don't want that to happen again. Alright. Go away, Pelipper. Ah, yes, Personberry. This is the third run overall for Hariyama. The second today, though. And the last one was back in, like, August or July when I recorded it. Maybe even earlier than that. Usually I'm, like, 2 or 3 months ahead in terms of my recording schedule for initial playthroughs. In the... speaking of trying to be more professional, I try to plan out my entire year in advance. So I know the list of Pokemon that I'm going to run during the year, and I know the order they're going to come in. So then what happens is I sit down and I can just play all the first playthroughs whenever I want, because I know I'm eventually going to get to it. So what usually happens is I'll have a week where I'll just like blitz like 30 runs, and then I have a whole bunch of like footage just like on backlog, and then I start optimizing from there and working on various software projects, etc. And like some of the videos take longer to produce than others. Like for example, Fire Red is a lot shorter right now because I'm only doing 1 playthrough per video. Same with Platinum, but the gameplay in Platinum is quite long anyways. It's going to be like 3 or 4 times the length of filming a Yellow video, just to do a Platinum run. Because the game's so slow. See ya, Mega. Good to have you here. Alright, all this is going pretty well. If I would have been... I would have been devastated if I hadn't been doing backups and I had lost everything. It would have hurt so much. That being said, I'm sure that if that had happened, it would have actually been a good thing for the channel long term, because having to rebuild stuff after you've built it once, you always build it better the second time. Always. I've never experienced a circumstance where I've had to redo something and the second time I make it, it's not as good. Like, because you just know all the flaws and the problems you ran into, and you can like account for them right away, and then you just come back and you make it better. And I've had problems like with backups and stuff and losing stuff when I used to do music composition, so I know what that's like, that experience. And I think that maybe the channel would have been offline for like 3 or 4 months at least, maybe longer. Like I might have lost half a year, which would have been not great, but like we would have made it happen, and it would have just been like all the resources and assets and stuff would maybe look a lot better at the end of it, but I don't know. Forced refactoring. Yeah, exactly. What's the worst possible Pokemon you could backport into Yellow? Well, like the obvious answer is something like Phoebus. I don't know if it gets anything good, but it probably gets Splash, right? Yeah, with like truly creative work, where there's like how the like pen fell on the paper, when you make stuff a second time, it's not always the same. But like for this sort of thing where it's in a computer, it is, I think it's better the second time. That's been my experience of it. Okay, I might not be able to use all these Carbos this time because I've trained more, but we'll see. Nope, could use them all. Good. I think I can maybe sell a nugget and buy one more. Oops. Actually, instead of that, I'm going to buy more healing items, which is the better... That's going to solve way more problems as the game goes on. Because last time I just had a lot of like sketchy fights because I was not being smart with my healing items and buying them. So by that I mean I didn't have healing items. Yeah, return now. Oh yeah, the Reggies. Maybe those would be the worst. Backport to yellow. Latios or whatever as well. That one's a heartbreaker. Unknown, yeah, would have no moves. I would have to implement Hidden Power if I backported Unknown. I will backport it eventually, but... yeah, we'll have to add Hidden Power to the game. Like, that one's one where, like, the move that it has feels so fundamental to what it is that if you don't backport the move, it's just not the Pokemon anymore. Unless it's like, oh, I'm gonna force myself to do a whole run with Struggle. Yeah, you can't block out with them. I'm not going to say much more about it right now, but it's kind of hilarious for a solo challenge. Okay, so how are we looking for levels? Level 40. Got a little bit of stuff to do, but we're going to arrive at Tate and Liza once again quite underleveled. Fluctuating growth rate's really exerting its force on us. Oh, sorry. Well, that was going to be return. I should just put return in slot number 1 right now. It's the fastest go-to where I don't let the opponent do something like potentially confuse me. So, return is more consistent overall. Is this year going to have a lot more live playthroughs? I can't... yeah, it is. Yeah, like this year, my goal this year... actually, my goal last year was to stream 52 times, once a week. But I did not meet that because production was... I needed to put a lot more of my time towards production. And software stuff, specifically software stuff. This year, I'm hoping to stream probably more than 52 times, and I don't see why that would be the case, that it wouldn't be possible. Like, production is kind of off to a hellish start, but it's gonna resolve itself in the next week. There will be videos by a week. Like a week today, there will have been at least one release, for sure. And like I said earlier, maybe as many as 3 this week. Because, like, there's a whole bunch of projects that are, like, they're, like, part way done, but not all the way done. Which is, like, annoying, and, like, there's reasons that the projects that are not finished are not finished. It's not like I'm just, slacking off. No, please don't crit me with air cutter, thank you. Okay, snap out of confusion here. I don't want to hit myself. It's gonna hurt a lot. Okay, we're good. Whew! Not the best play there, but we didn't get punished. The thing that I always used to forget. You want to talk to this guy? Been more than one stream per week. Yeah, but like, in January, it was essentially like my month off from making produced content. I planned to take all of January off, and my plan for January was to stream as much as possible. So I just, like, whenever I was feeling it, I would just stream. Because it's fun. So going forward, it's probably going to be streams in February. It'll be streams every Thursday. Those are the planned ones. This one is an unplanned stream just because I feel guilty that I didn't get a video done this week. So I'm like, let's release something, or I'll put something out there, which is this run, or these 2 runs. And it's also fun for me to play. Also, another goal that I have for myself this year, I have a lot of goals. I sometimes lack the ability to prioritize, but I have a lot of goals, and one of the goals that I have for myself this year is to get a lot better at the games, specifically Generation 3 and Generation 4. I do want to tune up my Generation 2 play quite a bit, and I've already done a lot of that over the last 2 weeks, but I really do want to get a lot better at the games because I don't think I'm playing particularly well in Generation 3, especially starting Generation 4 really proved that to me. Because right now the way it feels like my play in Emerald is slightly substandard to my play in Platinum. And I only played 7 runs in Platinum, and I did them all in the course of 1 week. So it's not like I've had more time to think about Platinum. It's more that I have more experience just doing solo runs in general, so I learned Platinum a lot quicker. And I think I also learned Platinum in a more efficient way. I really did a lot of like planning about how I was gonna tackle the Platinum runs. I talked to people who had experience doing them already. So I approached it in a more intelligent way, and I think that really paid off. And I don't think I've had the similar kind of approach with Emerald, and so I think it lags all of my other content in terms of quality of play, and I really want to change that. Also, another reason that my Emerald videos, should I say this? I think also another reason that my Emerald play is not as good as my play in the other games is because I only play 1 run per video in Emerald. And so I get less experience playing the game. And I get less time thinking really deeply about how I can fix the mistakes that I had. And that definitely impacts my abilities to improve at the game at a rate that is similar to the other games. Okay, this guy was a problem last time, but hopefully, yeah, he's not a problem this time. Okay, cool. He was terrifying last time. There have been a lot of close calls in this run, actually. I gotta get better at not going out onto land here. Fighting some people here is not the worst thing in the world right now because I want to level. I think for Tate and Liza, I'm going to try and get to 45, and then I'll have 5 rare candies for Tate and Liza, and then, or 4, depending on what, because I think 53 was too high last time. And then same strat for them. Okay, it should be fine. There's like there's some trainers here you don't want to get in double battles with, so I go kind of slow. Okay. Whoop. Did it. Okay. I don't need a second return TM. I'm just going to keep it till it's useless. It's useless against Steven, unless you want to knock the clay doll out with it, but usually knocking the clay doll out with it means you don't get rest, and that is often not a good choice. Also, if anyone's worried about the amount of content that I'm releasing, this year I will release at least as much content as I released last year. So even though there's no content in the first month and a half of the year, there's going to be a lot more towards the end of the year. Don't worry. I got you. Alright, I'm going to get 45 in here easy. No. Okay, there are likely enough trainers in here to get to 46. I'm going to push it because fluctuating growth rate takes more experience the higher the level is. Maybe not. The fluctuating growth rate's really slowing things down. Guess we could try Tate and Liza at a lower level. Because now I have like got a little bit of experience, which isn't going to go towards anything if I candy. Yeah, this is regular Emerald music. The nice thing about too much content is you can just watch it at your own pace and catch up when there's less content, like right now. You know what? I'm gonna try them at the lower level and just see what happens. In the worst case scenario, we just learn something. Okay. Oh, I forgot all my HM users. Sorry. This is an opportunity. No. Nah! It's so frustrating. Okay. Need to be very careful in these locations. It's so easy to accidentally run in one tile over and then you get a battle. Patrick, I've talked about it a lot already. Try to mention it every time I stream. I've made posts about it. Like, okay, so 46. Then I only have to use a single or 4 less rare, 4 rare candies instead of 10 like last time. A big difference. So I'm going to end the game at a much higher level now. Okay. Emerald does have a lot of double battles. They really, with Emerald, they really tried to like ensure that there were going to be a lot more double battles in the game. Whereas in the original Ruby and Sapphire, double battles feel more like kind of a weird quirk that just sometimes shows up. They're not really here all the time. As a kid, I did not like that. I wish there were more double battles as a kid because part of the marketing gimmick was like double battles. And I was like, oh, I want to do a lot of those, but then there weren't very many. Which was always frustrating, but... Oh. Oops. Alright. We should be good now. I have not thought of doing it. Oh, I've thought of doing a Professor Oak challenge, just like I'm not sure if I'm going to. That's a whole different level of commitment. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think I could do this at the lower level now. Don't worry, Scott. Come November, we'll all be asking why I only produce videos. I know. This is how it feels. It's always like I just feel like no matter what I do, I can't please everyone. Like, someone's always upset. I do get the occasional comment that's like, my favorite kind of thing that you make is your streams. Thank you. Like, keep doing them. They're great. So, like, okay, great. Like, I will keep streaming. Don't worry. Streams aren't going anywhere. Actually, last December, I was hoping to stream 2 days of the week while releasing daily videos. Unfortunately, though, we got too behind, so I couldn't do it. But maybe this year. Like, I was thinking it might be fun, like, sometimes too, to, like, do the premiere of the video and then immediately after the premiere, be like on stream and just be like, hey, which one of the Pokemon that I just played in this Versus video do you want me to replay? Like, I'll do it right now. And then just try and get a better time, or try and show, like, how the route goes, something like that. And then if you just hung out and watched the video and you're, like, curious to see a little bit more, you can. And if you're not, you can leave. Like, I don't know, it might be fun. Maybe in the future, though. You can talk to him until he steps away, and then you can save if you want to save before this battle. I'm gonna give a person berry. I didn't last time. They like to swagger you. This whole stream has been like a marketing ad for person berries. Okay. I think because there's so many Pokemon, going for a bulk up here is probably the best choice. I wish I could give my person berry to the Metang. Oh. Hit itself. Oh, I don't want to hit the camera up. Oh well, he got it. Good job. I like that it redirects your attack if the Pokemon you were targeting gets knocked out. That's nice. Alright. This fight's really easy. Oh, use my person berry right at the end. Why'd you put Castform back in your party? For Flash in Victory Road. Not gonna forget dive this time. I think I should start stopping here by default for like 15 max repels, like 11. Just because I'm usually getting low on super repels at this point in the run. Apologies, I'm trying to stay focused. Commentary is probably going to be a little bit less than ideal from here on out, but I would like to focus and do as well as I can with Hariyama at the end, because I don't know when I'm going to do another run with it. This is number 3 after all, which is the most number of runs I have ever done with an Emerald Pokemon. Mewtwo and Hariyama will be the only 2 that have received 3 runs to this point. Can I get through with that? I can't. Second time I screwed that up today. If you walk to the spot, he'll just like come and get you, so you save first. Praise Persum, yes! Ah, yeah. It's a good berry. It's the best berry. This berry is life. The Persum berry. When you're confused, think of the Persum berry. It does great things. Look at that. When you have swagger, you just don't get confused. Well, the Persum berry only works once, let's be real. It has its limitations. May cause vomiting, nausea. Like that kind of thing. Gotta watch out. Okay. Right. Didn't get that waypoint yet. That is how I play now. I haven't always played like that, but that's how I play now. I used to go over here and get it first because there's trainers you can fight, so you get a little bit of experience, because I was terrified of Tate and Liza before. I had no idea how to defeat them for a while. But they don't cause as many problems in modern runs. I don't need to go to the center there. I just need to talk to Steven. Anyways, my goal, like, last year actually I messed up because I had a wedding. Weddings take a lot of time and a lot of thought and a lot of energy, and I also took off 5 weeks. And then, because I had taken off so much time from making videos, by the time I came back to making videos midway through September, I was like, oh, I did not backlog enough content for October, November, and December. And then I started to panic. I had to really catch up. And like things like the 2.5-hour Wheezing for Sarvok vs. Muck video did not help in the catching up process. I didn't think those videos would take quite as long to produce, but they did take a long time to produce. So then that was what ended up making it. My video editor actually went on vacation. I had to finish all the videos for December myself because we didn't, I didn't plan well enough. So I'm not going to plan badly this year. So the ideal scenario is December 1st hits and every single video is done. And then I can just stream every day and just hang out and have fun. It's like Operation Vacation. Just do all the work so that when it seems like you're doing all the work, you're actually just on vacation hanging out. Okay. My favorite ghost in fighting, yeah. I always like when fighting, like, bulk up boosts ghost moves power. That always feels really wrong. I would like to backport Marshadow. I think that would be a very interesting Pokemon. What I should probably do here is I probably should have gone to get Brick Break after Wallace because I'm not going to use it for him. What in my run needed redeeming? Please go and watch the video. It was so bad. Like, I just like, my strategy initially was so scattered. I was like trying to use Bulk Up, but then I didn't, like, but then like I wanted to use Belly Drum, but then I felt like if I forgot what it was. It's just like I was like holding on to Bulk Up and Belly Drum on my set for a while, so I had a really terrible set throughout the mid portion of the game, and I had a lot of resets when I didn't need to have a lot of resets. It was just overall very sloppy play, so I'm coming back to hopefully fix it now. And we have so far. We got a better result in the first playthrough, even though it was, once again, a little bit... Things were not ideal. Okay, here we go. How is Hariyama doing? Really well. This Pokemon is excellent in Emerald version. Just like, hopefully we don't get Sweet Kiss right away, so we can set up a little bit more. Well, +3 is all we need. We'll sweep out for that. There's no way we need more. And I'm using Return so that I don't go second. I would rather have the speed advantage here than use Vital Throw for more damage. Even against things that it's super effective against, like the Crawdaunt. Whoa, Jim Rappel coming in clutch, saving you from all those in-house encounters. That's my favorite comment from this stream. Thank you for making my mistake into comedy. That's that big brain play, you know? I said I wanted to get better at this game. Don't worry. I'm getting better at this game because I'm never running into encounters in that gym. Ever. Made sure of it. Yep. If you teach your Meryl Rock Smash, please teach the Zigzagoon Surf or you will not have enough slots for Waterfall. It has happened to me before. I got one of those. I need to make a repel counter on the overlay so that I play a little bit more consistently. Did I figure out the Skarm? What was the Skarmory issue? At the end of the game? Oh, the Skarmory's not gonna be a... Whoa! No! What is this? Oh my gosh, am I faster than everything else? No, well, that's a reset to Wally because of a crit? Like, what? What? He's usually so bad. Look at how little that does. Silly. Fine. This Magneton terrifies me because the Magnetons in earlier generation are always so scary, but this one is actually not that bad. It doesn't have Thunder Wave. And Thunder Wave, when it comes out early and it paralyzes you, that's death in solo challenges. So bad. The play on this run is still not quite as concise as I would like it to be for a third playthrough. I think that, like I was indecisive with Dig. I had some sloppy resets here and there, like the one against Wally. Like I do think the play could be better, which is saying a lot because Hariyama's time is still fantastic. Its previous time was like 141 or 140. I think that's what we got in the previous run. So, and then the first run I got 150. Or it was 141. I think it was 141 last time. Yeah. I'll do 2. I'll do 3. I misclicked. No, I'll do 4 because I misclicked again. There we go. Finally. What do you think about backporting Absol into Crystal? Yeah, I'll do that. Eventually I'll do all of them. Like, my thought on those kind of things is just like when. Like, it's really like just a matter of like, when do I have time? When do I want to do it? When thematically does it make the most sense? Like, if I'm gonna play like a Relicanth playthrough, I have to do it right before I do the Reggies. Like, it doesn't make sense to do that one any other time. So like all these things have to be planned out. They have to be, yeah, positioned. I'm off work. This time is incredible. Yeah, I know that it's doing really well. Austin, I just lost to Wally though, so it's doing well despite some bumps. That does feel a little bit like the fighting type though. Like, there are just some stuff that can like really mess it up, and if you're setting up a lot, like confusion especially can really get you. So normally White Herb is really good against Sydney to cancel out the Mighty Yenna's Intimidate, but White Herb is not good like that in this run. So for this one, I'm going to do Person Berry, the best berry. Oh, I already have one. Great. Of course I do. All right, Sydney. Go. He's going to sand attack me, but I have Vital Throw, so it's fine. I think that should be enough to one-hit everything. Like, Hariyama has ridiculous attack. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. If I don't one-hit either of these, it doesn't matter. They're not scary. Did it. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be so satisfying if we stomp Steven. Gotta find my 4 stars. Where are they? In here. Go up there. Nice double team, idiot. Oh my gosh. Yeah, right? I know, I was like, you see that I'm using Vital Throw, and it's like, oh, you know what the best move is right now? Double team with my dark type. It's actually interesting. The AI, I believe it doesn't know what your moves are or your abilities are until you use them. But in a case like that, it's obviously not making decisions on what it should do based on what moves I've shown it. So here last time, I really should have just used the Cherry Berry, but I didn't pick up any Cherry Berries, like a complete scrub. So we'll switch from Vital Throw now that we've passed all of the accuracy lowering stuff. And then we'll also give the Cherry Berry. Just in case I get paralyzed. And like, I know I have Guts, but like, I don't want to utilize Guts because missing 1 in 4 turns is just going to be too inconsistent. We got to get a personberry illustration, like an altar with like people praying to it or something like that. Like the dome fossils just below it or something. Emeralds all around it. Yeah, so this fight, I hope you can see that it's not a problem at all. In fact, very easy. I don't have very much speed, but I'm actually faster than Drake's Kingdra right now. But I am gonna rare candy, I think. I think it's time 7. That takes me to 63, plus 3 is 66, and I'm gonna get one more level in there. That's 67. Let's try Drake without that. It might be a little bit more risky, but white herb here. And maybe I got lucky last time. We're gonna see. Wait a second. I just realized something. No reason not to teach this right now. Because Earthquake doesn't help for this fight. He has a lot of flyers. And then Earthquake's not really that good against Wallace. So I can just use Return. It'll be fine. And if I have Rest here, then even if he's not knocking me out right away, I can just heal. And like, he's not going to do that much damage with a move like Dragon Pulse. Like, so it doesn't matter. Like, just set up all the way and then rest. That's fine. Yeah, just like I'll rest here. It's going to protect a couple times probably because it's bad. Yeah, like that. Dragon Claw. I guess that's kind of good. It did a lot actually. Like this. A Dragon Breath. Okay. What's this going to do? Surf probably. Then I'll... I don't know. Okay. Well, Dragon Dance. That's not great. Let's heal here. Bye-bye. Okay. If this doesn't one-hit me, it doesn't matter. Yeah. We're good. Okay. Do I just win? I think I just win. I don't think I need to... Like, I should give an item. Probably the Pecha Berry for this fight. No. Probably not the Pecha Berry. Definitely the Chesto Berry. Chesto Berry is better because you can use Rest to heal poison status condition and you wake up right away, but you also get your health back, whereas the Pecha Berry doesn't give you that advantage. Alright, the last time I didn't attack this right away, and then I got hit by a massive water spout, so that was definitely a mistake. Yeah, okay. That's a little concerning. Let's stall the water. Yeah, okay, this is okay. We're okay. We're okay. I think we're okay. No! Oh my gosh, jump scare cache. Oh, phew. I'm slower than this. Toxic? Okay. Fine. This is gonna set up. I don't want it to set up. I'll just wait. I'll do it here. It's gonna Dragon Dance at least once. Oh, that... Could you not crit? Could you not? None of that. Stop. Why? What? It's like, I'm gonna go for Dragon Dance. Then I'm gonna use Surf. Okay. Okay. Sure. You let me get more setup in, so that's that. Wallace is defeated. Alright. Orbe, how's it going? It's good to have you here. Congrats on the rainbow badge. Also, Raphael. Congrats on the Cascade badge. Okay. Oh. Doors are hard. Have I tried belly drum struts? Yeah, and they were really bad. I tried them in my official video. I got like... Every time you try to use belly drum, it just doesn't work. Because the defense boost from bulk up is just so good. It makes like half of the Pokemon you come up against like completely impotent. They just can't do anything to you. What am I... Oh. I don't think I got this one yet. Definitely not. I am gonna get it. We don't want to mess up Reddit Steven and then have like some terrible fight where it goes... Oh, duh! I've run into so many accidental double bells in this run. It's been like 3 or 4. Ridiculous. Wasting so much time. Okay. Okay, come on. No more of that. That was close. Close call right there. Ah! Yeah, we're gonna demolish Steven. We really are. Okay. I'm not gonna get the safari candy. I don't think it's needed. How many candies? 8. Nine. Oh, I didn't get leftovers. I do need leftovers. Leftovers are really good for Steven. So it's secretly Gen 2? No, it's... But that's not true, though, because the problem with Gen 2, and the reason why Gen 2 is so frustrating in general to watch, is that, like, every Pokemon can get Curse, whereas in this case, only Hariyama can get Bulk Up. So it's not so much like... Or, like, only fighting types usually can get Bulk Up. So it's not as nearly as prevalent in the meta. So, like, yes, in this specific case, it appears to be very similar, but it isn't actually... that similar, because when compared with a bunch of other Pokemon, this will be an exception, not the rule. Whereas in Gen 2, it's the rule. Okay, so I wanted to do this fight because I wanted to get the level, so that when I rare candy, I will go over another damage rounding threshold. This heals you, by the way. Okay. Get ready. I think I might actually be able to keep return. I'm gonna examine that logic when I'm fighting Steven, but I think that you just break everything and then return the Claydol, and that's probably like what you should do, because Claydol's creepy. Definitely return that to wherever you bought it. Your kid does not want it. Okay. Where are my candies? Let's crush Steven. Let's do this under 1 hour and 30 minutes and be better than Mewtwo. Come on. Alright, what was Mewtwo's final time? I don't remember. Maybe not better than Mewtwo. Mewtwo was really good. Ah, that's hilarious. I'm speed tied with Metagross. Ah. All right, fine. Fine. Ah. See, but being a higher level, like the Skarmory, I do not care now. Whereas before, I was like worried about this thing because it was doing a lot of damage with Aerial Ace. Whereas right now, I'm just like, whatever. Like, I'll just set up and then I'll heal, and like overall, it's taking less time. There's just like so many things here that are advantages. Like here, break, one-hit it, because before I wasn't one-hitting. Also, if I can one-hit this, then I'll heal from that, and then I'll probably just like knock the Metagross out. I won the speed tie. Okay, good. Sweet. Reflect, break. That's an unfortunate turn. Yeah, Earthquake was only useful for the Metagross. I don't think it actually matters. This is like such a small detail. Ta-da! Hariyama! Yes! Yes! 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 29 seconds. 4 resets, level 69. Nice. I am happy with this. pretty good. Pretty good. Let's look at the game time. Game time, 5:26. Wait, is that correct? Oh, it didn't. Huh. Huh. Austin, we have a bug. It didn't copy my thing over. But 5:26 is correct. $5.20, $5.36 previously. So even though I did, so let's like just think about this. I did more training in this run, but 10 minutes faster in game time. 5:26 in this run, 5:36 in the previous run. So game time was faster in this run. Real time was significantly faster in this run. Or yeah, or is that not a split at Steven? Let me check. Maybe that isn't the right split. Let me see. I don't want to give bad information. No, it did split at Steven, but it just didn't copy it over to the finished folder. Yeah, we got splits at Steven. All 3 files reported splits at Steven. It just didn't copy over. Yeah, only 4 resets, that kind of thing. Now, let's compare this result with Mewtwo, who is the only other Pokemon that I've done multiple runs with in Emerald. So, Mewtwo's recent time that I got, this was like a week ago, so it's not that outdated. Mewtwo was able to get, in its first playthrough back, I did 1:32.17. So, in its second playthrough back, I did beat Hariyama's time. It got 1:22.10. So, about 5 minutes faster than this one. Granted, that's like, Hariyama is terrifyingly good. Mewtwo also had 4 resets, by the way, but it's just able to finish the game at level 60, a little bit lower, and like, yeah. Anyways, Hariyama, it's great. What a good Pokemon. Excellent to do a solo run with. I think if you're new to solo running, you probably have a lot of fun playing any fighting types in Generation 3. That's my current recommendation. I think for Gen 1, you want to play a Psychic type, obviously. For Gen 2, you want to play a normal type, and for Gen 3, Emerald, you want to play a fighting type. Medicham was like, again, I've only done 1 run with Medicham, but Medicham's current time is 1:37.27. That's with 8 resets, and it's my first playthrough time. So, Medicham is like a totally different level of ridiculous. I think Medicham, like right now as it stands, like I think Medicham will beat Mewtwo, but I think that that's because Mewtwo is, we might have to do Medicham versus Mewtwo in the future. That would be a good race, I think. But I think Medicham will win because I'm pretty sure it doesn't have the same problem that Mewtwo has where it can't knock out to the Poochyena at the beginning of the game, because it gets Bide. So it can use Bide to knock out the Poochyena, which is like a major difference, whereas Mewtwo has to use up all its PP and then struggle through like 2 battles in the early game, which costs it a lot of time. Alright, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I really appreciate you being here. It does mean the world to me. Thank you for letting me play these awesome games and entertain you. If you have made it this far, you are incredible. Thank you everyone for being patient while I have gone through tech nightmare and been unable to release fully produced videos. They're coming back to the channel this week, hopefully sooner rather than later. Starting on Saturday this week, there will be regular releases every week at 11 a.m. Mountain Time throughout the entire year. Also, throughout February, I will be streaming on every Thursday. So this Thursday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, I will be streaming Vaporeon in Pokemon Yellow to try to get a new personal best. I'll see you all in the next stream.